This is your home for the Trojans. Girard Sports Live.
Snap and leans forward, and that's touchdown number 4 for Scott Moore.
Girard Sports Live is presented by Pregame, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net.
Hooks, throw over to Adolph, quickly down inside, wrap around Boatman, found herself in the right place, foul, and the bucket!
He'll try a 3 and hits. Adolph with it up top, being guarded by Gass. Dryett down the lane, off the glass, and good. Nice instinct by Adolph to just take it to the bucket.
Fielded on the short hop, fires this one across. Able to throw the runner out by a step and a half.
Pitch to the outside to Ashbacher. Gets a good block on the outside, and he's in for the touchdown.
It's time for the Trojans. On your home for Girard High School Athletics. Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live.
Why settle for less than the best? Croc-Can's gigabit fiber optic internet is now available to Pittsburgh, Frontenac, and Fort Scott, and many rural areas in between. Croc-Can has the best speeds, the best reliability, the best service, the best support, and is overall the best value on all ultra-high-speed internet. If you want the best home internet connecting as many devices, all without equipment rentals, contracts, or overages, it is the time to switch to the best. It's time to switch to Croc-Can.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Tries to make something out of nothing. The Trojans all over him. It's going to be a big loss on the play.
A Trojan sack means $1 short stacks at Eastside Cafe. Kick off your day with a hearty breakfast or take that midday break at Eastside Cafe. And this fall, when the Trojans get a sack, you get $1 short stacks the next day. Eastside Cafe, a favorite of the 4 states winner. Go Trojans from Eastside Cafe.
Since 1918, GN Bank has been the heart of our community. Big enough to meet all your banking needs, but small enough to offer that personal touch you deserve. From agricultural loans to home mortgages, GN Bank has the expertise, products, and service to help you thrive. With a pledge to treat others ethically, be adaptable, focus on customers, and invest in the communities they serve, GN Bank is committed to your success. The best place to bank and borrow, GN Bank, where community banking truly comes first. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
The first one here is a 2017 Ford Focus with only 21,000 miles. That one's not for sale though. I'm going to probably keep that one. Hi, my name's Eddie. 2016 Chevy Malibu with only 13,000 miles, but I might hang on to that one too. So let me show you the next one. Ford F-150, but that one's going to stay with me too. So let's go down to the next one here. Hi, I'm Eddie. 2017 F-150, so we have 3 of them. I could probably let that one go. Hi, my name's Eddie. 2015 Ford Transit Cargo. I'm going to keep that one because I have to move here soon. But the rest of them, you're welcome to come out and look at. And I think you'd like a lot of them. We appreciate your business.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Judd, Lori, Lisa, or Amber in Girard for all your insurance needs.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your phone started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings, chicken and noodles, and so much more. And of course, their delicious homemade pies. Dine in or carry out available. Chicken Annie's of Girard has the best value, flavor, and service in the area. Stop in soon or call for catering. 620-724-4090.
Communicating with current and potential customers is a must in the world of business. Advertising is nothing more than communication and an invitation. Look no further than Norris Advertising, offering a wide variety of services from billboards, radio across the 4 states, and digital ad services like ZTV, YouTube, geofencing, streaming, and more beyond the local view. Looking to upgrade your storefront? Norris Advertising is your go-to for local digital sign sales. Norris Advertising. Get your ads to work.
From the football field to the bean field, the right equipment can make all the difference. Gear up for harvest, expand your fleet, or grow your business with Tyler Jackman at Big Iron Auctions. Tyler can improve your operation conveniently, efficiently, and effectively. And if you're selling one piece or the whole operation, Big Iron can connect you with over 750,000 registered bidders. Buying or selling, go big. Big Iron Auctions. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115. BigIronAuctions.com.
of that today.
Kester wins the tip, and Boatman secures it for the Trojans. That opening tip brought to you by Farmers Bank. Proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. Farmers Bank, looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. That shot no good. Loose ball comes down to Carson Oran. Trojans playing with a 2-point lead. Looking to add to it here is Oran trying to get trapped, and it's off the hands of Adolph, out of bounds. It'll be a turnover and Raider ball. And the Trojans also in this building kind of need to stay out of their own heads.
Absolutely.
Just play ball.
Just play ball is right. So hard to do when you're facing this.
Open shot way off the mark. Rebound by Erica Boatman. Sorry there, Daryl.
No, just when you're facing this CNC rival, it's so hard not to let emotions get the best of you. But the best teams, that's who will win, is when they can control their emotions in the opponent's house.
Trojans turn over again, hanging on to a 2-point lead, and they've had some opportunities, but Frontenac's been able to work that half-court trap and get the Trojans to turn it over a couple times. Driving down the lane, shot on the way, no good, but they're going to whistle a foul in the lane. Let's see who they get this one on. It's either going to be on Kester or Boatman, and it's on Maddie Kester. Marley Stout hits her first free throw.
I do also apologize for the camera going occasionally blurry. We kind of got an unstable table here.
An unstable table.
And every time that table shakes, the camera tries to pick up a different part of the floor. So I do apologize.
It's all this writing I'm doing, Daryl. I'll slow it down.
It's either you or the people in the stands moving around, but we can blame you.
Yeah, I'm comfortable.
Fair enough.
Trojans with it on the offensive end. We're at a 2-2 tie as Carson Oran drives down the lane, and she is fouled. And I think they're going to get this one on number 13. That's Tenley Sullivan. That's her first.
Oran made some big free throws down the road in our last game.
Yeah, that went over Riverton. She sure did.
Showing it here again, sinking these 2 free throws.
This is Myers bringing it up, and she's going to be whistled for a travel, and that's going to turn it over to the Trojans. So Girard's committed a couple turnovers. I think that's the first one for Frontenac.
Getting those jitters out early. Later in this game, you can expect a lot sharper matchup between the two. It's what's necessary, actually, for either team to win.
And the Trojans not helping out Oran when she's getting trapped in the half court like that. And Coach Herlocker telling her, hey, pass out of the double team. Don't try and dribble out of the double team. And Trojans' third turnover.
Easiest way to beat the press is to pass out of it. You're hardly ever going to be able to dribble out of it.
Yeah. And another turnover by Frontenac, so they give it right back to the Trojans on the errant pass. A little 3/4 court pressure by Frontenac as they're trying to run that trap. Adolph dribbles into it, passes over to Oran. Now ahead to Boatman. She dribbles to the elbow, kicks it back out to Oran, swings it over. Shot on the way from Kennedy Keller is good.
And something I was going to mention before the game is talking to a lot of past players in this gym. These rims are incredibly forgiving. Anytime I talk to a good shooter, they say they always prefer Frontenac's gym. So expect a high score and a lot of buckets tonight, especially from our outside shooters from Girard.
Kaiser gives it up to Myers. Now down low, lost out of bounds. And a foul down low as Skylar Hutchison ended up with it. And she turned around and was fouled on the shot. Trojans need to be careful to not slap at the ball. That's 2 quick ones on Maddie Kester. And talking about those forgiving rims, there's an example right there as Hutchison gets the free throw to fall after hitting it off the back iron.
Absolutely. Sisney will come in and Kester will sit. Dangerous to have her with 2 quick ones.
Yeah, Maddie could be sitting for a while after that. Trojans knock the rebound away from each other, but Sisney comes away with the loose ball. Boatman with it, lazy pass, and that's not a very crisp one. And the Raiders almost got it. Trojans fortunate to hang on to it. Boatman's going to launch a three and hits. Big bucket for Erica Boatman. Puts Trojans out to a 6-point lead. They lead at 9-3. Pass down low, out of bounds, intended for Skylar Hutchinson, but too high and a little bit behind her. And that turns it over to the Trojans. Rand walking it up the floor. 5:10 to play first quarter. Trojans by 6. Keller kicks it over to Sisney. Now Sisney drives baseline right into where Keller was going. And it's not good spacing by the Trojan offense. As just a little discombobulated on that possession. And that shot no good by Stout. Rebound comes down to Sisney, and she's fouled. And that foul's going to be whistled on Kaiser. That's her first. Both teams with 2 fouls. You remember the rule change this year that once you get 5 fouls in a quarter, it's double bonus time. And Oran fouled going down the lane. They're going to whistle this one, I believe, on Tinley Sullivan. 2-3, so that was Skylar Hutchinson. That's her first. O'Rand hits the first. O'Rand with 4 points, all of them from the free throw line, and the Trojans lead it by 8. Sullivan walking it up the floor, gets it ahead to Kaiser. Now back to Sullivan. She thinks about driving, loses her dribble. And Kennedy Keller comes away with it, and Sullivan commits the foul, and that'll be 2, maybe 3 on Sullivan. We'll see. Yeah, it's 2 on Sullivan. And with 4:22 left to play first quarter, Frontenac's only got 1 more foul before they're sending the Trojans to the free throw line. Sisney with it, gives it up to Adolph, swings it around the horn to Keller, looking down low, being hassled by Stout. Now it ends up with Adolph. She'll hand it off to O'Rand, who walked with it and turns it back over. Trojan guards having a little bit of trouble here tonight with the defense Frontenac is applying and the pressure on the ball. That pass ahead to Addie Myers. Her in pass down low, too high, intended for Hutchinson, out of bounds, and that's another turnover for Frontenac, their 4th of the game. Both teams with 4 turnovers so far, but that's my stat, so it's highly unofficial. O'Rand gives it up to Boatman, spinning into the lane, picks up her dribble, now kicks it back out to Keller. The Trojans are just not spacing the floor well at all offensively as they're getting caught in bunches out there. And O'Rand almost walked with it again, needs to get rid of it, gives it up to Boatman. Erica working down low, off the glass, can't get it to go, and the rebound comes down to Kaiser. And Erica had that one. I think she was just doing a little too much spinning. And there the ball's stolen away and ends up with Kennedy Keller. Her shot no good, but she's fouled and will head to the line to shoot 2.
Been a couple of bad offensive possessions for both teams.
Oh, yeah.
Just lots of turnovers right now, just shaking the dust off.
Lots of action, but it hasn't been very pretty so far. First shot for Keller, no good off the back iron. Adolph will sit Bailey Walker into the game for the Trojans, and then there's a line change for Frontenac.
Good luck keeping all the Sullivan straight.
Yeah. Second shot is good. So Keller with 3, Trojans by 9. Sullivan, who just checked into the game, Ella Sullivan that is, lost it. And a little finger roll by O'Rand was way too short, hit the bottom of the rim, but then Carson able to tie up the rebounder, and then the held ball possession arrow favors Frontenac. It seems like O'Rand's playing a gear too high right now. Elena Sullivan with it. And stripped away. Kennedy Keller comes away with it. And the Trojans turn it right back over. And there's a timeout on the floor. Somebody's going to try and get a hold of this one. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. But both teams really frustrating the heck out of each other early in this one defensively, as the Trojans have turned the Raiders over 6 times and Frontenac's turned the Trojans over 5 times. And we've only got 15 points on the board.
Yeah, there's been a lot of turnovers forced steal-wise for the Trojans. They've stolen the ball a lot from the Raiders. A couple throws out of bounds for the Raiders. But then the Trojans on the other end seem very self-inflicted as of right now. The guards, like you mentioned, just trying to do a little bit too much. Need to really rein it in, get their passes down, make them a little crisper. And they should just be fine. And it's good to note that with all these turnovers happening, Trojans are still leading 12-3.
Yeah, and you know, the Trojans space the floor so that when somebody gets in trouble, they got somewhere to go with the ball.
Yes.
And don't get 3 people standing in a phone booth.
Cannot run over each other in this game.
Ella Sullivan with it. She kicks it over to Maddie Blind. And that bucket was good for Hadley Goodwin. Boatman will take another 3. Yeah, no good, but Bailey Walker there for the rebound, and she's fouled.
Well, it just feels right that as soon as I talk about the rims being super forgiving, we go pretty much on a 0-0 run of scoring. But
with the ball hitting the rim literally every time.
Every time, but Walker at the free throw line.
To be fair, O'Rand hit the bottom of the rim. That's not going to go in usually. Walker hits her first free throw. Her first point of the night. Pushes the Trojan lead to 8. Second shot off the front iron, no good. Quickly ahead to Sullivan, who walked with it, no call. And now there's a scrum on the floor because why not? It's that kind of game. And they get it down low. They're going to whistle this one on Bailey Walker, I believe. Down low, crashing into Ella Sullivan. Third team foul on the Trojans. That one poked away by Boatman and stolen. Ends up in the hands of Kennedy Keller. Now the Trojans with it on the offensive end. Sisney with it. Around to Boatman at top of the key. She'll back into the lane. Almost walked with it. And throws it off the leg of Sisney, who's able to track it down. It's just the passing not looking very good here tonight for the Trojans, and the dribbling not very good by Sisney right there as she loses it out of bounds for another Trojan turnover. Their 6th of the night. And they're only trailing Frontenac by 1 in that category. But they lead 13-5. Cross-court pass to Sullivan, Elena Sullivan. And that one turned over again. 8th of the night for Frontenac, and Girard with another crack at it. You think at some point Trojans need to get a good-looking possession going. And Boatman launches another 3. Saves it in bounds, but Sisney can't handle it. And at some point in time, you want Erica under the bucket as an inside presence, not shooting 3s from the top of the key.
I mean,
she's hit them, but...
Oh, yes. In the past, she's hit them. Not shooting totally well this game. I don't totally agree with the slowing pace that they keep going with. They're getting a lot of steals, forcing a lot of turnovers. You might as well go. If the offense isn't running how you want it to, you should pick up that pace and try and put something together on a fast break, if anything.
Sisney with the rebound, then she's fouled, and she's going to head to the line as they whistle that one on Reese Franklin, who just checked into the game. Got right after it, though, Darryl. She didn't waste any time.
No time like the present.
All right. So Sisney at the line for the first time tonight. First shot is good. And she hits them both. 1:02 to play first quarter. Trojans by 10, 15-5 over the Raiders. As Ella Sullivan handles, she'll kick it around to Maddie Bland. Oh, they're going to whistle a foul on Kennedy Keller, and I think if she'd have kept her arms straight up and not brought them down on the ball, she'd have got away, or she'd have got a block, a clean one, and instead she's whistled for the foul, and that's going to send Maddie Bland to the line to shoot two. Her first trip to the stripe. Rattles out, no good. Stout into the game as Bland hits the second. Trojans by 9, under a minute to play, 45 on the clock and counting. That one deflected. Let it go, Kennedy. She picks it up. Barely saved it. Gives it up to O'Rand. Just not good spacing. Now Boatman with it, top of the key. Gives it back up to Keller. Kennedy loses her dribble and then loses it again. Bailey Walker tracks it down, then loses the ball. And a foul on the other end by O'Rand. Trojans are up by 9, but it has not been pretty, Daryl.
Nope. Get these last 12 seconds out of here. Get out of this first quarter and regroup. Talk about it.
Coach Herlocker really trying not to call a timeout in the last 30 seconds of the first quarter. But this game has been pretty sloppy so far. Ellis Sullivan misses her first free throw. She's just trying to stay on brand with the way this game's going.
Yeah. That's all I got to say to that.
Yep.
Correct.
Second one's good. The Trojans have had a lot of offensive opportunities, and there's a foul down low as Sisney
she stepped on that.
With Hadley Goodwin. Oh, no, they're going to say she stepped on the end line.
Yeah.
And the Trojans turn it over again. And they keep getting these offensive opportunities, and they're just not taking advantage of it. Long three-pointer on the way, no good. And
Point two.
There's no mercy in this world, Daryl.
This first quarter.
2/10 of a second left on the clock.
The first quarter definitely.
If you're the Trojans, just try not to foul anybody in these last two. Here we go. And that'll do it for the first quarter. One to remember or not. 15-7 lead for the Trojans after one. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live. Tries to make something out of nothing. The Trojans all over him. It's going to be a big loss on the play.
A Trojan sack means $1 short stacks at Eastside Cafe. Kick off your day with a hearty breakfast or take that midday break at Eastside Cafe. And this fall, when the Trojans get a sack, you get $1 short stacks the next day. Eastside Cafe, a favorite of the Four States winner. Go Trojans from Eastside Cafe.
More than just your neighborhood pharmacy, Mathis Drug is your hometown partner in health. With pharmacist Bria Scheibe and an experienced, highly trained staff, Mathis Drug is ready to serve you. And now, Mathis Drug offers comprehensive compounding, which is one of the few pharmacies in Southeast Kansas with this convenient on-site service. From medications to expert advice, call 620-261-9779. Mathis Drugstore, where community and care come together.
Welcome back to Frontenac High School. What is that? Trojans leading the Frontenac Raiders 15-7 after one, but oh my goodness, Trojans have had their chances offensively, and they've really struggled. The scoreboard may not indicate that if you just look at the score and just tuned in, but they've had a lot more chances and just have not been very crisp on the offensive end. And there we go. Kester loses it off her leg out of bounds, and it's last touched by the Raiders, fortunately, and Trojans will hang on to it. But that right there is indicative of the entire night so far for the Trojans.
Something a great coach once told me is you got to have amnesia. You can play incredibly bad, but the game's long for a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason there's 4 quarters. Put that first quarter behind you. Pick it up here. Let's run this offense.
The Trojans need some constantly compounding amnesia. That one's tipped out of bounds. It should stay with the Trojans. Oh, talk it over, guys. Talk it over. Oh, gosh. Go with the guy who's wrong. All right. Raider ball. I can't call that a turnover. 7.5 to play first half. Trojans leading it by 8. I'm no mathematician, Daryl. And then the Raiders turn it over. Well, at least turnabout's fair play. Each team being very generous with the basketball tonight. As Carson Oran travels and gives it right back to Frontenac. Real generous with the ball tonight.
Frontenac's running a too high look.
Sharing is caring.
It's just we need to run together a little bit better of a press beater here. Actually treat it as a press instead of just a trap defense. And I think pass it around is going to be a little bit better for us if we try that. It's early.
Well, I think whatever our girls had for breakfast this morning, they should take off the menu.
Possibly.
That one tipped out of bounds by Walker. It'll stay with the Raiders. Get the inbound pass into Stout. She dribbles it out to the top of the key, working against Adolph, working off a screen. Now Stout picks up her dribble, kicks it down low to Kaiser. Her turnaround is good, and the Trojans, the longer they let Frontenac hang around and keep turning the ball over, this game could get out of control for them, and Frontenac could be right back in it. And there's a foul against Kester as she's trapped on the far side. And the Trojans, again, the spacing, not giving Kester many places to go with the ball when she gets trapped.
I'm just not sure the press beater we're running here. They keep running this too high, and it keeps ending in the same thing every time.
That was never there, and Oran throws it away. Into the middle of the lane again, and a bucket and the foul, and here we go, Daryl. We let them hang around, and now it's a 4-point game, and it could be a 3-point game after the free throw. And the Trojan girls just all kinds of out of sorts here in this first half. And now Boatman back on the floor replacing Walker. Keller in replacing Orand. And there's another turnover by the Trojans. And lucky that Sisney didn't get a foul pushing the shooter in the back.
This trap defense for the Raiders right now is working way too well against us.
Keller drives baseline off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Stout. And now she'll give it up to Tenley Sullivan, and back to Stout, down low, wide open shot. Rolls in for Skylar Hutchinson. And the Trojans just, they are way out of sorts. There's the timeout from Coach Herlocker, and we're tied at 15. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here, and I'm not sure what to say, so I'm just not going to say anything.
Yep, that's fair enough. What the Trojans need to do is get an offensive possession together. The offense they are running is not working. Flat out, it's not working. The Raiders, they're running a kind of a modified 2-3 zone. It's almost like a 2-2-1.
But they're extending it out to almost the half-court line.
Yes, and what you got to do in that scenario is you always have to offset those top two defenders. So you want Orand or someone, your one person to bring it up, but you got to get it to where you can pass into the middle, and if they're not allowed to pass into the middle, have it outside. As soon as those two trappers break to that corner and try and trap you on the outside, get it back. No holding on to the ball. You don't need to dribble out of it. Pass until the defenders can't get to you.
And
it's how you beat a zone.
Not a wraparound bounce pass
exactly.
in traffic, like a crisp pass.
It's how you beat a zone. Pass over the top as well. Their top defenders aren't taller than you at all.
Boatman with it, top of the key, gives it back to Adolph, over onto the wing to Kester. Back to Jiraiya, top of the key, now to Keller at the elbow. Swings it over to Sisney on the wing, back to Adolph, straightaway three on the way, no good. Rebound Stout, and she was way off on that one. Did manage to hit the backboard.
I think it's the lighting.
Yeah, something. Is these LED lights? What's the deal? They are LED lights. Trying to get it over the top. Boatman steals it away. Erica's off and running. Gives it up to Kester, off the glass and good. There you go, Darryl. There's the fast-paced offense you've been asking for, and that's the first bucket of the game for Maddie Kester. Trojans up by a bucket. They were up 15-5. And Frontenac went on a 10-0 run to tie the game, and the Trojans just now starting to answer back. Another turnover by the Raiders. Down low to Boatman on the baseline. She throws it away. Wanted a foul down low. You're not going to get it. Not in this game. Step through shot, no good. Nobody there for the rebound, but Kester does pick off the outlet pass. And the Trojans keep pumping the brakes offensively. And now the Raiders to get their defense set.
Yeah, there was no reason to slow that down, especially with Sullivan on the floor behind.
Girard's the better transition team. Try to play in transition. Kester's three is good. 5 points quick here in this second quarter for Maddie Kester. Trojans out to a 5-point lead. But we've seen those evaporate. Maddie Myers with it. She'll kick it over to Sullivan. Now a shot off the back side of the backboard. Trojans get the rebound. I don't know if that's a rebound. To Boatman. Picks up her dribble top of the key. Gives it up to Sisney, who runs into Keller on the baseline, and the Trojans turn it over. Sisney will sit. Carson O'Ran back in the game. It's just the guards of the Trojans are way out of sorts tonight. Stout with it, driving on Keller, spinning into the lane, shot high off the glass, no good, tipped around, rebound Boatman. Erica's looking to push, but has to hit the brakes as she was cut off. Now O'Rand with it across the timeline. Trojans in the half court again. Kicks it over to Kester. Three-pointer on the way from Maddie is good.
Start knocking those down. If you get an open shot in zone, you have to knock down the outside shot.
And the quick, crisp pass out of that trap. And Kester gave her somewhere to go with it. And another turnover by the Raiders. That's their 11th of the night. And the Trojans with an 8-point lead, looking to build on it here. Skylar Hutchinson will sit. And Hadley Goodwin back into the game for Frontenac. Kester almost has it poked away by Stout, and then it was almost stolen on her pass to O'Rand. Boatman with it at the elbow. Turn and shoot is good. 5 points for Boatman. Trojans back up by 10.
Let's hold on to it this time, eh?
Get it over to Stout, being guarded by Keller, working off a moving screen. And then they're going to get a reach-in foul against Oran, trying to strip it away from Goodwin. That's 2 on Oran. Second team foul on the Trojans here in the second quarter. Ella Sullivan back into the game, replacing Addie Myers for the Raiders. Sullivan will take a quick three. No good. Missed everything. Boatman with it. And now the Trojans with it again offensively. Oran loses her dribble. Just trying to do too much with the dribble against this trap. Held ball, turns it over.
Raiders have switched to a very tight man defense instead of playing their zone. That's a smart switch. When you start knocking down shots, you got to have someone there to respect those shots. But now that they've switched to man, you can run an offense you're familiar with, and you don't have to worry about this zone anymore. Just
Sisney into the game. Kester sits, excuse me. That pass deflected by Adolph. It'll stay with Frontenac. Long pass over the top to Sullivan. She'll swing it around to Franklin. They get it down low. Shot no good. Rebound Boatman. Oran with it. Gives it up to Boatman. Has it poked away. She's trying to do too much with the dribble. And there's a travel, and that'll give it right back to the Trojans. 12-11 is the turnover battle. Frontenac leading by 1. One minute to play, first half. And the Trojans turn it over again, so now we're tied. So many chances, so many turnovers offensively for these girls. High off the glass, no good. Rebound Boatman. And she gives it up to Sisney. Back to Orand. Down around 30 seconds to play first half. Into the corner, Adolph open for three. She'll take it off the mark. Rebound comes down to Franklin. She's looking to push for Frontenac. Has it poked away from behind by Keller. Gets it over to Sullivan for three. No good. Rebound Boatman. And she'll give it up to Oran. The Trojans could hold for last shot here, but who knows. Ahead to Keller. And she's whistled for a travel. I don't know about that one. The 13th turnover of the night on the Trojans, and that's just too many. Too many for a game, and that's what they've got here in the first half. Well, they're going to whistle a foul on Boatman as Sullivan dribbled right into her with 3 seconds left in the first half. Oh, they called that on Orand? That's her third. Which might be a good thing. That shot way off the mark, off the top of the backboard, out of bounds by Taylor Kaiser. Point four, and that's going to do it. And I think that was actually a travel, but they didn't call it. And that'll do it for a very ugly first half. Trojans lead it by 10, 25-15 over the Frontenac Raiders. We'll take a quick break and be back with the GM Bank halftime show. You watch Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Since 1918, GN Bank has been the heart of our community. Big enough to meet all your banking needs, but small enough to offer that personal touch you deserve. From agricultural loans to home mortgages, GN Bank has the expertise, products, and service to help you thrive. With a pledge to treat others ethically, be adaptable, focus on customers, and invest in the communities they serve, GN Bank is committed to your success. The best place to bank and borrow, GN Bank, where community banking truly comes first. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Selling equipment can be a hassle. Whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire, the time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at BigIronAuctions.com.
It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Chicken Annie's Girard. When you're facing a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Catering and carry out from Chicken Annie's Girard. When an onion ring craving is too much to bear, when the family's coming over and you weren't aware, it's Chicken Annie's Girard to the rescue. When there's 20, 30, 100 to feed, you need Chicken Annie's Girard indeed. A heroic value, superb flavor. When there's a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Chicken Annie's Girard.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
More than just your neighborhood pharmacy, Mathis Drug is your hometown partner in health. With pharmacist Bria Scheibe and an experienced, highly trained staff, Mathis Drug is ready to serve you. And now, Mathis Drug offers comprehensive compounding, which is one of the few pharmacies in Southeast Kansas with this convenient on-site service. From medications to expert advice, call 620-261-9779. Mathis Drugstore, where community and care come together.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
Welcome back to Frontenac High School. We're halftime of the girls matchup. Trojans leading the Frontenac Raiders 25-15 at the break. And I was talking with the Raiders broadcaster, Mike Snow, over there, and we may have more turnovers and points at the end of this game tonight. Neither team doing a very good job at Sullivan, Maddie Bland, and Marley Stout have 1 point each to round out scoring for the Frontenac Raiders. For the Trojans, they're led in scoring by Maddie Kester. She's got 8. Erica Boatman with 5. Carson Orand with 4. Kennedy Keller with 3. Marley Sisney with 2. And Bailey Walker with 1 to weirdly sequentially round out the scoring for the Girard Trojans. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with second half action from here in Frontenac. Trojans and the Raiders coming up right around the bend on Girard Sports Live.
Communicating with current and potential customers is a must in the world of business. Advertising is nothing more than communication and an invitation. Look no further than Norris Advertising, offering a wide variety of services from billboards, radio across the 4 states, and digital ad services like ZTV, YouTube, geofencing, streaming, and more beyond the local view. Looking to upgrade your storefront? Norris Advertising is your go-to for local digital sign sales. Norris Advertising. Get your ads to work.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings, chicken and noodles, and so much more. And of course, their delicious homemade pies. Dine in or carry out available. Chicken Annie's of Girard has the best value, flavor, and service in the area. Stop in soon or call for catering. 620-724-4090.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Under a minute left here in the half. Trojans leading the Raiders 25-15 here in the girls matchup between the Frontenac Raiders and the Girard Trojans. Trojans trying to protect their perfect 7-0 record to improve to 8-0. Frontenac trying to stay in the winning ways after a lopsided victory over Baxter Springs earlier this week. Trojans 7-0, Frontenac 2-3. But they had an offensive explosion against Baxter, which I think most teams that play Baxter do.
I can confirm that the last 2 years have been pretty rough for Baxter Springs as far as girls go. I was over on Baxter Springs Sports Live last year, and a lot of those games had a little bit of a running clock there in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
1 win is what they had, if you wanted to know specifics.
Yeah, that. Trojans will have the ball to start the third quarter. O'Rand will handle it for the Trojans, and we're underway here in the second half. Passes out of trouble. Kester open for 3 from the wing again. She takes it off the mark, and the long rebound tracked down by Keller and then stolen away by Addie Myers. Frontenac with it, operating slowly on the offensive end, and get it back to Stout, top of the key, driving down the lane, spinning into the lane, stepping through off the glass and good, and somebody's going to have to cut her off before she gets within 5 feet of the bucket, because that's been really the best offense for the Raiders tonight has been Stout driving down the lane. 3 points tonight for Stout. Trojans turn it over again. 15th of the night. And they now have the lead in that category. It's Tenley Sullivan with it. I don't know if that was a pass or not, but it ends up in the hands of Hutchinson. In the corner, she's cut off. Gets it to Stout. Now let's see if the Trojans can stop her from backing into the lane. She kicks it down low, and they're going to whistle a foul on Boatman reaching in. That's her first personal, so that's good news for the Trojans. But Erica needs to stay out of foul trouble tonight. Pretty much every night for Girard. Addie Myers with it. Now they're going to have an outside shot from Sullivan. Tenley Sullivan, good for 3. It's her first field goal of the night. She's got 5. She's got 3. And the Trojan lead is down to 5. You just need to find some rhythm wherever it is. That's Sullivan's 3rd. First team foul on the Raiders. Keller with it on the wing, trying to get it down low to Oran, too high. And Trojans turned over for the 16th time tonight. Myers with it, gives it up. Long shot on the way, nothing. And Boatman comes away with it. Thought about taking off down the floor with the dribble. Now she'll slow it down. The Trojans will set up the half court. That pass tipped and another turnover. Number 17 on the Trojans. Lots of opportunities, lots of turnovers. Kick it back out. Long shot on the way is good for Addie Myers. That's her first field goal of the night. And it's a 2-point lead for the Trojans. They've had 2 10-point leads just absolutely evaporate as Oran drives down the lane and she's fouled. That foul's going to go against Stout. And I believe that's her first. It was whistled on the floor. Oh, I'm sorry, not on Stout now. I'm going to change that one to Skylar Hutchinson. That's her second. We'll get it into Boatman off the glass and good. 7 points for Erica Boatman. Trojans back on top by 4. Stout dribbling around with it, top of the key. Kennedy Keller guarding her. Now Stout gets down the lane, off the glass and good. Got to keep her away from 5 feet from the bucket. Five points for Stout. Now Boatman picks up her dribble. She's in trouble. Tries to get it to Kester. It's tipped out of bounds. Almost turned over again, but it'll fortunately stay with the Trojans. Oran took a seat and Sisney into the game. Kester's shot off the glass is good. At least the inbound game is working well for the Trojans tonight. Kester's got 10, and the lead back to 4. Open shot is good for Sullivan. She's got 5 quick ones here in this third quarter, and a timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout.
Well, on this next full court break that the Trojans have, which they'll have an inbound, and I'm sure Coach is setting up some sort of full court press, probably similar to the one, but I imagine they'll extend it here. Try and keep this game close because now they've just coming within 2 of the lead. What I want to happen is good spacing. I don't want to see these two that are right close. You'll see it. they're going to have 3 up top to try and match those 2 high defenders. They need to stay far apart. Those passes need to be good to each other. Quit trying to force it to the middle. The only people who should be trying to get it to the middle are these 2 wing people who it looks like are going to be most likely Keller. It'll be Adolph and Keller. And then you can try and work it to the middle after. Not like that.
And another turnover. Call it number 18 on the Trojans. 18 turnovers, 29 points.
If you're going to pass it cross court, it has to be fast and high. It cannot be within anyone's reach.
Another quick shot. That one no good, but the rebound comes down. And Boatman's got to keep her hands straight up. Second foul on Erica Boatman, and that's going to send Skylar Hutchinson to the line to shoot 2. Trojan fans just shaking their heads because this is not like any performance we've seen this year out of Trojans. Second shot, no good. Rebound, Kester. And she's going to be whistled for a travel.
Ooh.
Turnover number 19. Myers with it, gives it up to Stout. Runs into Boatman, and she gets the rebound, and the foul going to be whistled against Skylar Hutchinson. That's her 3rd.
Okay, you'll see it here. 2 wing defenders. One's going to be manned up on Keller to try and stop her from the inbound. Quick passes between the 2 of them. Quit creeping into each other either.
And Adolph just has it taken out of her hands. Over to Stout. I'm surprised she didn't dribble down within 5 feet of the bucket. She pulls up for a jumper, and it's good. Nobody really picked Stout up defensively. She's got 6 points in this 3rd quarter, single-handedly taking this game over, and the Raiders have their first lead of the night. Trojans have blown 2 10-point leads tonight. And they are all out of sorts, completely out of sorts. There is no rhythm. It's like a German jazz band.
Ah.
You don't take that personally, Darryl.
I don't know many German jazz bands, so I won't.
Not a lot of rhythm. That's all I'm saying. Taylor Kaiser whistled with the foul. That's her 3rd. If there's one saving grace for the Trojans, the Raiders have 3 players playing with 3 fouls right now. And Kaiser will have to sit. Pass into the corner. Adolph open for 3. She'll pull the trigger off the mark. Rebound comes down to Stout. Keller manages to force the ball out of her hands. Now a quick shot on the way from Maddie Bland is good for 3. Nobody picked her up. And it's a 4-point lead for Frontenac. Trojans in trouble again, and that time Kester fouled. They whistle this one on Maddie Bland. That's her 1st.
And that's going to send Kester to the free throw line as well.
Trojans they're going to need to make some free throws tonight to come out of here on top. Because they're not taking care of the basketball, but they're also getting fouled a lot. Kester hits the 1st. And drains them both. Cuts the lead to 2. 3 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. Kester sits. And Carson Oran back in the game. Right down the lane. Shot on the way, no good. Blocked by Boatman. She comes up with a loose ball, and she's fouled. Skylar Hutchinson with that one. That's her 4th. It's a first. And Boatman hits them both. Nine points for Boatman. That one's poked out of bounds over the back. Boatman poked it away from Hadley Goodwin, and it'll stay with Frontenac. Somebody better pick Stout up. That's what Coach is yelling at. And now she'll put it on the floor into the lane. Loses it out of bounds, and it's Trojan ball. Frontenac fans want a foul.
Trojan
Boatman
fans
wanted to travel.
Yeah.
Nobody got what they wanted, but Girard ends up with the ball. Now here it is again. See if the Trojans can crack this one.
Quick, don't hold the ball. Get it out.
Sisney with it, sees a gap, dribbles right down the middle of it, gets it to Boatman down low. Erica's fouled on the shot attempt. What? Oh, they're going to say she stepped on the end line. Another turnover for the Trojans. There's number 20. We're tied at 33 in what is probably one of the ugliest girls basketball games I've seen in a while. But this is a rivalry game, and sometimes this happens. And you know, when they say you could throw the records out the window, this is that game. That one blocked by Boatman, but Raiders able to get it back. High off the glass, no good. And Erica battling for another one. It comes away to Stout. She spins in the lane, and Keller ties her up. It'll stay with Frontenac as Kennedy Keller laying it on the line. Shot on the way, and there's another tie-up, and possession error is going to favor the Trojans. Now Kester into the game, replacing Kennedy Keller, who took a shot trying to rip that one away from Stout. Stout will also sit along with Addie Myers. And Elena Sullivan and Maddie Bland back in the game for Frontenac. Adolph throwing to the middle of the floor to Kester, who then throws it away off the hands of Boatman out of bounds. And Bland with it, trying to get it down low, and does to Reese Franklin. Now back up top as they work it around the perimeter, trying to get it down low. It's stolen by the Trojans. Turnover number 13 for the Raiders, as the Trojans are well ahead in the turnover category now. Adolph with it, top of the key. And here comes the defensive pressure from the guards. She gets it down low to Kester and to Boatman. Her shot no good. Rebound Sisney. Her shot no good. Rebound Boatman. Her shot is good, and the foul. So that foul on Hadley Goodwin, that's her first. Boatman's free throw no good off the front iron. It comes down to Maddie Bland. And she's committed a backcourt right in front of two officials. And that shot off the mark. There's a scrum for the ball, and it's going to stay with Frontenac despite the obvious backcourt moments ago. Well, my internal possession arrow's off. It'll go to Girard.
Yeah, I think it was right, but definitely should have been Frontenac's ball.
How many times are these officials going to change their mind tonight?
Well, the possession arrow was the other way, and then when he looked back, she had already switched it, so it caused a little confusion. It definitely should be Frontenac's ball here.
It should be, but there was also an obvious backcourt about 10 seconds ago.
Guys, did you see that backcourt?
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Trojans with it, coming out of that mess.
They're overextending this person over here. Yep, get it down. There we go.
Kester with it, thought about a three. Now she drives the baseline, down the lane, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Bailey Walker, and she's fouled by Hadley Goodwin. That'll be 2 on Goodwin. And it'll send Walker to the line to shoot a pair. She's 1 for 2 from the stripe tonight. Walker's first shot, no good off the back iron. Bend those knees.
Hand in the cookie jar, as they say.
Mm-hmm. There it is. And she hits the second. All our fundamentals advice, Daryl. That's what we'll tag that one up to.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes they listen.
Quickly ahead to Elena Sullivan. Now this is Reese Franklin with it. And she's going to draw a foul. And they whistle that one on O'Rand. That's 4 on Carson O'Rand.
Both teams playing with a key player that's going to have to sit due to foul trouble now.
O'Rand's had a pretty rough night with the turnovers. That one off the top of the backboard. Tracked down by Lakin Sullivan. That shot blocked out of bounds by Kennedy Keller.
Use it. Use that spark. Girard fans are hyped up after that one. So is your team. Use it.
3-point shot on the way off again off the top of the backboard. Another scrum for the ball, and that's going to end the third quarter. Trojans lead it by 3. Phew. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
When it comes to your health care, you have a choice. Choose to stay local. Choose Girard Medical Center. For over 100 years, Girard Medical Center has been a part of the community, and they work every day to meet the health care needs of those they serve. With 6 locations in Southeast Kansas and an ever-expanding list of inpatient and outpatient services, you just don't have to travel anymore to get quality cutting-edge care, including many services you won't find elsewhere. Proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area. Learn more at girardmedicalcenter.com.
Welcome back to Frontenac High School. Trojans leading by 3. After 3, Raiders with the ball to start the fourth quarter. Marley Stout with it up top, working off a moving screen. Spinning into the lane, taking about 4 steps, and she's whistled for the travel. Trojans trying to get it up the floor as they work back and forth. Now Kester will get it across the timeline and give it back up to Kennedy Keller, top of the key. Now Adolph with it, over to Sisney.
Gonna have to look somewhere else.
Gotta give it up. Gives it to Kester, to Boatman, top of the key.
Back off her now.
Now Keller with it. This defense just puts so much pressure on the perimeter that it seems almost impossible to get the ball down low. Kester driving into the lane, turns around, her shot blocked, but ends up in the hands of Boatman, off the glass and good. 13 for Boatman. Trojans leading it by 5.
Boatman might also be close to a double-double again.
Maybe. And that's good news for pancake lovers everywhere.
Hopefully you guys got your pancakes today as well as.
And they're going to call a travel on Kester right near center court. I don't think it was a travel because she never moved her pivot foot. But what does that matter?
Yeah,
right in the neighborhood of that obvious backcourt earlier. Trojans hanging on to a 5-point lead. Taking on everybody wearing black and white tonight. Stout to the free throw line, now looking for help, but she picked up her dribble. She's just going to take a shot off the glass, no good. And a battle for the rebound. Got a held ball, and the possession arrow should favor Girard. Nothing coming easy tonight for the Trojans. That's what rivalry games are. Kester has it poked away from behind. Trojans need to get it across the timeline as Marley Sisney just takes off with it. Down the lane into Stout. Now she's in trouble. Kicks it out to Adolph. Back out top to Keller. Now to Boatman. She'll take a three and hits. Erica Boatman is kind of taking this game over for the Trojans, who lead by 8.
She just shook her head afterwards, too.
That long rebound tracked down by Kennedy Keller, and she's fouled. Her body's hitting the floor. And Kennedy's holding her hip. And Trojan fans getting kind of upset at the physicality that's kind of being allowed here tonight. We got that one on Tinley Sullivan. I think that's her 4th, and it is. And she's going to have to sit, or somebody's going to have to sit because there's like 8 people on the floor in white. Okay, there we go. Get it into Keller, and she's hacked, but. And there's a foul on Stout. I think that may be Marley Stout's first. Yeah, and that's her first.
I know it's not easy to do, and it's easier said than done, especially sitting up here on this table, but you need to go to the bucket. Raiders are playing with 4 players who have 4 fouls.
Boatman, turnaround, no good. Fighting for her own rebound. And there's another held ball, and it's going to go to Frontenac. The Trojans not playing much full court press tonight at all. That one's stripped away from behind by Keller. And she's fouled, and Kennedy's still down. That one's on Addie Myers. That's her first. She got her money's worth on that one as Kennedy Keller hit the floor hard. And O'Rand will check into the game for Girard. So Trojans will inbound from in front of the Frontenac bench, leading by 8 with 5:29 to play in what has been a rock'em sock'em frenetically paced game as Marley Sisney draws a foul, and she'll head to the line. Let's see who this one's on. I think it's on 33. That is Taylor Kaiser. That'll be her 4th.
They're going to get it on 23.
That'll be her 5th.
Yeah. I believe Kaiser also has 4. At least that's what the scoreboard shows.
Sisney missed the first. He misses them both. Long one on the way from Stout is good. And you just can't leave her alone. The Trojans not keeping up with her on the perimeter. She's got 11 points. Full timeout. We'll take one as well. I think everybody could use one. 5:10 to play. Trojans leading by 5. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live. Welcome back to Frontenac High School. Getting a little chippy here on this side as Coach Scott Fields of Frontenac having a back and forth with some Trojan fans who he thought were talking to his players. Everybody in front of us is facing away from us, so I can't hear anything that was said except for what Coach Fields said. The Trojans trying to break that full court press and throw it away again. Working on 25 turnovers now for the Trojans as we get it down low to Goodwin. She almost lost it. Kicks it away. Stout open for three again. Off the iron. No good. Can somebody for the Trojans get a rebound? It's tipped out of bounds, and it'll be Girard basketball. Pretty good size out on the floor right now for the Raiders with Stout and Hadley. Goodwin on the floor as Oran trying to dribble through trouble, and she's fouled.
And that'll be 5 on Kaiser as well.
We'll see. See who they whistle it on. Yep, it is. And that'll bring Maddie Bland back into the game.
These are big free throws right here.
Rand hits the first. That's her first point of the second half. All 4 of her points in the first half came from the stripe. And
she's
she
also
drains them both.
Missed a lot of this second half due to those fouls.
Yeah, she's 6 of 6 from the line tonight, though. I say that now that she's done shooting.
Smartly.
Yeah. Stout with it. Picks up her dribble. Now she kicks it over to Bland. Now they try to go over the top to Goodwin, working against Boatman. Her shot off the glass, no good. Tips it in bounds. And Girard cannot get a loose ball tonight to save their lives. Stout trying to dribble around, not exactly putting on a clinic. And then Orand fouls and bails him out. I think I may have broken my pen there, Darryl. Nope, fixed it. And that's going to be 5 on Orand. Shot on the way from Stout, off the back iron, no good. Battle for the rebound, and Boatman comes away with it. Gives it up to Adolph, and the Trojans get it across midcourt. Over to Walker, now back up top to Adolph. Over to Kester, thought about 3. Trojans don't need to rush things. They lead it by 7 here. You can wait for a good shot. But you do need to take care of the basketball. Sisney with it now, picked up her dribble in the middle of nowhere. Kicks it over to Kester. Maddie throws it off the hands of Boatman. Now back to Kester, just into the traffic, and she's fouled.
That's plain old going up strong.
Yep. You're going to whistle that one on Maddie Bland. That's just her second. One of the players, I guess that's her third. And Kester will head to line shoot 2. First one's good. And Maddie hits them both. Big free throws there from Kester. 30-second timeout. They'll keep it right here. Well, this is everything that you'd expect out of a Frontenac Girard game.
Yeah, pretty much sums it up.
Physical, not pretty, crowd getting chippy, and it's going to come down to the wire, would be my guess.
Also,
this 3:37, if you're Coach Herlocker, probably feels like an eternity.
Yes, it does. And also, just in case anyone was wondering, Kennedy Keller went back, was with the trainer for just a minute or two, and she has returned here to the bench. So if anyone was concerned about her, she is doing just fine. I don't know if she'll return to this game, but she is back out on the floor, and that's something to be happy about as a Trojan fan.
For sure. And she was probably trying to get into her late season form that she was in last year when she played with a shiner the entire last, 8 games of the season.
I think she plays better with some sort of injury. Yeah. Always a battler. It's fun to watch her and Carson and all of them. I mean, it's like the floor is second nature.
I caught her in warm-ups last year, told her that black eye made her look intimidating.
And it does.
It did. I think it intimidated, it did for sure. Other players. Long rebound brought in by Adolph, and then she's fouled. And they're going to whistle this one on Addie Myers. That'll just be her second. But the 6th-team foul on Frontenac here in this final period, and they're leading the Trojans in that category 5-1. First shot no good off the back iron. Adolph has not scored tonight. This is her first trip to the free throw line. She's had a rough evening. Second one no good as well. Long rebound tracked down by Walker. She's fouled. They're going to get that one on Hadley Goodwin. I think that's her third. And Walker hits the first. Walker's got 3 points tonight, all of them from the line. She's 3 for 5 from the stripe. First one off, second one off the front iron. Rebound Stout, and they're going to whistle Maddie Kester with the world's weakest over the back foul.
And Kennedy Keller has returned to the court. Keep your eye on her. She's back, is all I can say.
Yeah. Look out.
Back for the slobber knocker.
That's right. Picks up Stout at the three-point line. Stout trying to put a move on her. Stout shot blocked by Boatman. They're going to say last touch by the Trojans. I don't know about that.
He pointed the other direction.
Yeah, it's going to.
It's Girard ball!
All right, our girls finally heard everybody in the crowd yelling at them, and they were determined to keep playing defense. Pass into Keller, barely. She gets it back to Sisney. Marley will dribble and turns it over. Oh, nope. Last touch by Frontenac. I thought it went off Marley's foot.
Yeah, that one got tipped away from her. Although.
Out of sorts offensively all night for the Trojans. He gets it into Adolph. Working it up the sideline. Now kicks it middle of the floor to Kester, who's fouled by Stout. That's the second on Stout, and it will send Kester to line to shoot two. Trojans back on top by 10. They've blown 2 10-point leads already tonight. Trying to make this one last with 2:52 to play. Kester hits the first. And she does. Kester, 16 points tonight. She's 6 of 6 from the free throw line. And that big three-pointer on the way is good by Maddie Bland. And The Raiders starting to try and get some momentum of their own as Adolph picks up her dribble, gives it up to Sisney, who almost lost it earlier. She dribbles out of trouble this time, almost walked with it, and she's fouled, and Marley will head to the line. And that one's going to go against Stout, and that'll be her fourth, I believe. Nope, third. Sisney hits the first. And she drills them both. Big free throws for Sisney, and the Trojan free throw shooting here in this fourth quarter has kept Frontenac at bay. Another three-point attempt off the top of the glass. Rebound Kester, and she's fouled. Oh, my goodness.
That was a jump ball. That was absolutely a jump ball. They got both hands on it. Maddie needs to keep that ball up above her there. That way there's no chance for them to come around and get even an opportunity at that.
Well, Frontenac gets it back after the held ball. And the Trojans leading by 11, but no 11-point lead. It's felt shakier than this one tonight. Into the corner, three-pointer on the way by Sullivan, and she's fouled on the three-point attempt by Sisney, who just had a little too much forward momentum and not able to let Sullivan land. And so now Sullivan will head to the line to shoot three.
These might be some of the biggest free throws of the night. If she knocks down all three of these, it's a
game.
It's a game.
First one. There's that friendly rim, Daryl.
Yeah, it would come into play now. Yeah. Yeah, hey.
You manifested that.
Consequences are my least favorite part of my actions.
Wasn't that just the second? But anyway.
Apparently it wasn't a three-point shot then.
I guess she must have been inside the line. It looked like a three from here.
Yeah.
Here's a three. No good. Rebound comes down to Maddie Bland, and the Trojans really need a defensive rebound at this point in the game. Bland thought about it. Here comes one from Addie Myers. Nope, she's going to dribble in, kicks it back out to Bland. For three is good. Got to get those rebounds when you can get them. And now it's a 7-point game, and the Raiders have wind in their sails, and the Trojans got to counter this with some offense. First part is take care of the basketball coming up the floor. Sisney with it. Down the lane, wrap around pass to Boatman off the glass, no good. Erica gets a rebound, and she's fouled on the putback. And I think they're going to get Stout with this one. It'll be her fourth. Oh, nope, they're going to get it on Bland. That's her fourth.
Either way, it's a huge foul.
Coach Herlocker wants to talk things over. It's a full timeout. We'll take it as well. Trojans lead by 7, a minute 24 to play. A veritable eternity here in Frontenac. Trojans and Raiders finishing it up down the stretch when we come back. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Are you tired of waiting for your internet to load at a snail's pace? Or feeling like your connection is slower than a sloth's morning routine? Maybe your current internet feels as speedy as a sunbathing turtle. Well, say goodbye to the slow lane and welcome to Crawcan Fiber Optic Internet, where we leave the slow movers in the dust. You'll zoom through the web faster than Sharky being swarmed by his adoring fans. Crawcan Fiber Optic Internet, because life's too short to wait for slow connections.
Welcome back to Frontenac High School. We're keeping track. Erica Boatman getting real close to a double-double, I would imagine. I mean, my stats are unofficial. She's got a boatload of rebounds, and she's already double digits in points. Here she is at the free throw line. First shot is
good. That was her second. Yeah, they took the timeout after the first one, which was not good. And that's her 17th point as well. So if she has those double-digit rebounds, say hello to pancakes tomorrow.
Yeah. Sullivan. Gets it to fall. Timeout Frontenac. Actually, that bucket was Reese Franklin, and that's her first bucket of the night. Another full timeout. Trojans now leading it by 6. A minute 12 to play. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
.112 left to play. Trojans leading the Frontenac Raiders by 6. And we were talking off the air, Daryl. We haven't seen the Trojans come with any sort of full court pressure tonight. And we may not at this point in the game.
Right. And they've certainly received it on the other side. And breaking it has been one of the main struggles of the night. Once they do break it and get down on their end, they're usually pretty well off. But it's been a struggle.
Sisney with it. She'll put it on the floor, trying to dribble out of trouble. Gets it across the timeline. Now pumps the brakes. Spins back. Gives it up to Adolph. And Frontenac really trying to turn up the defensive intensity because the Trojans really could just dribble this out. Adolph with it, and she's fouled.
And that's actually a very good foul. It is her 5th. Sullivan's fifth.
Stops the clock with 51.4 and sends Adolph to the line, but Adolph's had such a rough night. She's 0 for 2 from the stripe and has no points tonight.
Well, she's got to put that all behind her and seek these dang free throws right now.
And she hits the first.
It's that old theory of, would you rather go to your clutch player or the player that's hot?
Right. And Kester with the rebound, and they got a held ball, and it's going to stay with Girard, which is good news for the Trojans because they've done really well off the inbounds plays tonight. And Stout got a hand on it, but then stepped on the end line. It'll stay with the Trojans. Almost turned it over.
And something to note here, with a 7-point lead, Trojans don't have to score quick.
No. They don't have to score again. They just, as long as they can keep the ball away from the Raiders, you don't have to take another shot. Kester almost had her pocket picked. Gives it up to Adolph, who does have her pocket picked, and then commits the foul, and man, they're out of sorts.
I would say, though, that is an amazing foul because that was going to be a fast break, that was going to be sure points, and that was going to be momentum. Now you have a chance to set up your defense. So, although the ball was stolen, although there's a foul.
And you're going to make them burn time to score.
Exactly.
Theoretically. You're going to have to pick people up on the perimeter, though. That one's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Frontenac. Stops the clock with 29 seconds. They get it in. This is Reese Franklin with it, driving into the lane. And Boatman, don't foul. Commits one there and stops the clock with 23.5, and it's going to send. It's going to send Lake and Sullivan to the line to shoot 2.
The 4th Sullivan.
Yeah.
Not one of the triplets.
Lots of Sullivans on this
one. One of the younger ones.
Off the back iron, no good. Now it's a good foul.
Yes.
Second one is good. Can the Trojans take care of the basketball here? Adolph driving it up the floor, gets it across the timeline. Now back to Sisney. Don't have to do anything with it here, Marley. Back to Adolph. 10 seconds left, and she's fouled by Sullivan. And Adolph will head to the line to shoot a pair, and the Trojan fans can smell it. The sweet victory over your rival. See if the Trojan boys can keep it going here tonight in the nightcap with this atmosphere already from the girls' game. You can only imagine what the boys' game will have to offer as Adolph hits the first. And Adolph hits both.
You just love Jerry Oran. As you notice, every crowd member that was a Trojan got on their feet and has to do the yelling of Jerry Oran, the one and only.
That's right. The Trojans come out tonight with the 8-point win, 54-46 over the Frontenac Raiders. And I'll tell you what, Daryl, my Pens had better nights. But Trojans get the win. It wasn't pretty, but it's a dub. And they'll head off to the Burlington tournament with the win. And we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the Eastside Cafe postgame show. Get you your scoring totals, talk to Coach Herlocker, and then start looking forward to the nightcap, the boys matchup between the Trojans and the Raiders. All that coming up right after this on Girard Sports Live. Tries to make something out of nothing. The Trojans all over him. It's going to be a big loss on the play.
A Trojan sack means $1 short stacks at Eastside Cafe. Kick off your day with a hearty breakfast or take that midday break at Eastside Cafe. And this fall, when the Trojans get a sack, you get $1 short stacks the next day. Eastside Cafe, a
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with the Jay Hatfield Auto Group. We've been serving the Four States area for over 29 years, and we now have 6 locations which offer Chevrolet, GMC, Ford, and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Each of our locations is operated by a Jay Hatfield family member or managing partner. At Jay Hatfield, we're here to earn your business and trust. We have approximately 300 pre-owned and 300 new vehicles in stock or on their way, and we're making deals. Come see us at Jay Hatfield location today and let us make you part of the Jay Hatfield family.
The first one here is a 2017 Ford Focus with only 21,000 miles. That one's not for sale though. I'm going to probably keep that one.
Hi, my name's Eddie.
2016 Chevy Malibu with only 13,000 miles, but I might hang on to that one too. So let me show you the next one. Ford F-150, but that one's going to stay with me too. So let's go down to the next one here.
Hi, I'm Eddie.
2017 F-150, so we have 3 of them. I could probably let that one go.
Hi, my name's Eddie.
2015 Ford Transit Cargo. I'm going to keep that one because I have to move here soon. But the rest of them, you're welcome to come out and look at. And I think you'd like a lot of them. We appreciate your business.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com.
Welcome back, everybody, here to the post-game show. The Eastside Cafe post-game show. Experience the best breakfast in Crawford County Josh wouldn't like me very much if I didn't say that. The best breakfast in Crawford County, 6 days a week at 120 South Ozark Street in Girard. Proud supporters of Girard Sports Live and Trojan Athletics. I'm joined now by Coach Herlocker. Coach, it was a scrappy one tonight, I tell you what, but you guys came out with the win. How'd you rally your girls there in the end?
Well, we just finally settled down a little bit. I think you could come to any Girard Frontenac game or Girard Colgan or Frontenac Colgan game, just one of them, and you'll completely understand this rivalry. You can completely throw out any records, any things like this. All these guys know each other. Some of them have boyfriends at one place or the other.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to come to, especially come to Frontenac, and that I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all. I'm actually trying to give them the respect they deserve. This is a hard place to play.
Absolutely.
And our kids, had uncharacteristic errors. We didn't execute offensively near as well as we should have, but we made plays when we needed to and hit enough free throws down the stretch to ice this one away.
Yeah, and that's so important. Now, down the stretch as well, Kennedy Keller went down with a little bit of a scary injury. She's a tough kid, though, came back into the game. I mean, what can you attest to her?
Yeah, well, I told him in the locker room 95% of the kids probably would have stayed down there and felt sorry for himself. Luckily, talking with her, she was completely out of breath. It had completely knocked the wind out of her. And so we took her out to the hallway and let her kind of catch her breath, and she was able to come back and finish out that game. She's the heart and soul of the defense that we have. We have a lot of people that can score, a lot of people that handle the ball for us and handle and do things when the pressure's on. But she always gets that toughest assignment and always does an amazing job on that person, and usually holds them under the average. And tonight was no different. So just a high character kid, a hard working kid, just a competitor through and through.
Yeah. And final question here. I mean, you got Burlington tournament next week. It's a long week, long road trip for those games. What are you looking forward to that one? I mean, what do you see for the Trojans?
Well, what I see is there are 5 teams with 1 loss or less, and a couple with no losses. And throwing in last year's 3A state champion Silver Lake in that mix, and an Ottawa team that I think their loss is to a 5 or 6A.
Right.
So it's going to be an extreme test of we're going to have to play better on offense than we did tonight to have a chance in that type of stuff. But it will be a different atmosphere. It'll be a different place. It's really, really refreshing to go play in a new tournament. We've done the Wilson County forever, and we had to scramble to get one last year. The Burlington tournament is an unbelievably storied tournament.
Right.
And it's one that you're not going to win as often, but if you finish in the Final Four, there you've done something, and so
exactly,
it'll get us ready, and really these next 2 weeks, we're going to we found out a little bit about ourselves tonight, but we're going to go to that tournament and face all those opponents, and then we're going to come back to next week and have state-ranked Fort Scott, state-ranked Colgan. So in the next 2 weeks, we couldn't be more challenged. It really is the hardest stretch of our schedule besides sub-state.
Well, I look forward to those and some Trojan wins in those Burlington tournaments. Coach, thank you for joining us here on Girard Sports Live.
We appreciate all the support and what you guys do for us. I know there's a lot of people that sit at home and a lot of fans that are able to see it that wouldn't see it without you guys, so we appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you, Coach. A great win there. We were just joined by Coach Herlocker. That post-game coach interview is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcmb.com. Josh is back with us now.
About took us off the air there. Sorry about that. Oh, my goodness. I think it's a good time to go to break, Daryl.
I'd say so.
Yeah, you're watching the Eastside Cafe post-game show on Girard Sports Live.
a partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage, Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Judd, Lori, Lisa, or Amber in Girard for all your insurance needs. You've heard go big or go home. At Big Iron Auctions, you can go big from home. With thousands of pieces of equipment, active auctions, bidding at your convenience, and an easy-to-use site, BigIronAuctions.com can help you grow big. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 to see how Big Iron Auctions can help grow your operation. Bid now, list now at BigIronAuctions.com. From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Frontenac High School. Between games tonight, getting set for the boys matchup between the Trojans and the Frontenac Raiders. I'm Josh Lettner. Alongside me, Daryl McLeod. The girls win the opener tonight over the Frontenac Raiders in a win that Coach Herlocker off the air just used one word, guts. I'd add the word blood to that. Blood and guts sort of win over the Frontenac Raiders here tonight for the Trojans, 54-46. They improved to 8-0 on the season. The Raiders fall to 2-4. And now we've got the Trojan boys getting set taking on Frontenac. Frontenac comes into the game 2-4. Girard 3-4. Frontenac coming off a 69-51 win at Baxter. The Trojans a 38-34 loss versus Riverton back on Tuesday night. And looked like a pretty couple kind of evenly matched squads when you're looking at them out here on the floor physically.
Yes.
Size-wise, about the same, about even. And Trojans probably going to have their work cut out for them tonight because of who they're playing and where they're playing.
Always, yeah. It's just natural. Anytime there's a rivalry game, it's a tale as old as time. You're going to play with your competition. The competition's going to play up to you because there's no sweeter feeling than knocking off the rival who's been having a better season or knocking off the rival who's been having a worse season. There's no sweeter feeling than being that better team in the rivalry. So I imagine this game is going to be very tight, probably a little chippy like we saw in that girls' game. It's going to be going back and forth, although something to note with the Raiders is a question I have about their offense is who's going to control it. Because last season we had a lot of Trey Kramer, we had a lot of Frankenberry, So I'm just curious who's going to take up that role that Trey Kramer has left.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who's going to stir the drink tonight for Frontenac. And for the Trojans, can they get those inside shots to fall, and can somebody make an outside shot to try and extend that defense out so they're not just collapsing down into the lane on Cullen and Moore?
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. We'll take our final break. We'll come back, get your starting lineups and tip-off from here in Frontenac. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Why settle for less than the best? Croc-Can's gigabit fiber optic internet is now available to Pittsburgh, Frontenac, and Fort Scott, and many rural areas in between. Croc-Can has the best speeds, the best reliability, the best service, the best support, and is overall the best value on all ultra-high-speed internet. If you want the best home internet connecting as many devices, all without equipment rentals, contracts, or overages, it is the time to switch to the best. It's time to switch to Croc-Can.
Wow. That was a beautiful national anthem. You guys didn't get to see it, but that kid just sang his heart out.
Welcome back to Frontenac High School. Getting set for the starting lineups here in Frontenac. For the boys matchup, our starting lineups brought to you by the Jagged Edge. Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carla Sands will have you looking your best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. For the Trojans, Ranson Bourne, Ben Cullen, Cam Smith, Scott Moore, and Levi Blair will get the start tonight for Girard. For Frontenac, it'll be 6'3" sophomore Brogan Smith, 5'11" senior Vinny Collar, 6'3" senior Caden Gatewood O'Bray, 6'4" senior Jaden Houghton, and 6'4" junior Jake Wegner. So a lot of height out there on the floor for Frontenac tonight. And if you're the Trojans, you want to put pressure on the ball handlers, you would think.
Absolutely. Don't allow them to get the ball down low. Don't allow them to play their game, although if they do get it down low, we have height as well. We are a big team as well. I think we match up pretty sizably against them, and I think it should just be a good old-fashioned battle between these two. It's going to be a physical game. It should be a fun one as well, so definitely stay tuned for it.
Well, the pre-tip excitement is certainly on point. Our opening tip brought to you by Farmers Bank. Proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Blair with it in the corner. Has it tipped away, but gets it back. Drives into the lane. Levi Blair down the lane off the glass. No good. Rebound Moore. His putback no good. Tipped around. The rebound controlled by Bourne, but he dribbled on the in line, and that's going to give it over to Frontenac. First turnover of the game against the Trojans. And again, Frontenac's perimeter defense kind of disrupting the flow, and Trojans trying to adapt to it, but ended up turning it over that time. To get it down low to Wegner, working against Cam Smith. His shot partially blocked. They're going to whistle Smith with the foul, and Wegner gets it to fall, and he's pretty excited.
Yeah, it's a very quick way to get those student sections hyped up, facing off against each other. I'll show you guys right here on camera. There's our student section, and there's theirs, and it's just going to be back and forth all night long, especially on this end of the floor.
And Wegner hits it. So quick 3-0 lead for the home team. Moore with it in the lane, bodying up, and he's fouled. They're going to whistle this one on Wegner, his first, and Scott Moore will head to the line to shoot a pair.
Something to note there is they were not respecting Blair's outside shot at all. I don't know how much confidence he has in his own outside shot, but it might be worth noting that he's probably going to be left open until he makes one or two.
First free throw off the mark for Moore. Second one off the mark as well. So 0 for 2 from the stripe to start the night for Scott Moore. Cullen going to guard Caden Gatewood-O'Bray up the floor. There's a takeaway by the Trojans. And they almost give it back, but Bourne able to track it down. Into the lane goes Ranson Bourne. He's knocked down, and he's going to be whistled for a travel. Kind of came down awkwardly on that left hand and kind of shaking it as he walks up the floor. There's just another example of trying to do just a little too much with the dribble. As Vinny Collier has it, now he'll give it back up top to Gatewood-O'Bray, being guarded by Ben Cullen. Now Wegner looking down low, has it stripped away by Cullen. Ben off and running, has a trailer, can't get it to fall, and he's going to be whistled for the charge. And again,
that was weird. The guy down low signaled a block, and then this guy up here signaled a charge. So the referee that was closest to the ball signaled a block, and this
and the
ref
guy
closest
from
to us
15 yards away, 20 yards away, signaled a charge. Yep. Second turnover for the Trojans. Collier back out to Gatewood-O'Bray. High arcing three, no good. Rebound Ranson Bourne. He gets it ahead to Cam Smith. Back up top to Bourne. They'll swing it around to Levi Blair. Back to Smith. Left all alone in the corner. He'll take it off the mark. Rebound Blair. Off the glass. No good. Tipped around. Scott Moore with the rebound. Back out to Cam Smith. He'll take another three. Way off the mark. And 0 for 2 quickly in the game from beyond the arc is Smith. And a foul as Gatewood-O'Bray presses the issue right into Ben Cullen. That's 2 on Cullen real quick. And so Adrian Newton up off the Trojan bench. He's going to check into the game, and Ben Cullen's going to sit with 2 quick early fouls as Gatewood-O'Bray at the free throw line to shoot 2. And he hits the first. Couldn't have a much worse start to this game for the Trojans.
Could be a lot
Siler
worse.
Salmon's into the game, replacing Levi Blair.
O'Brien could have hit that three from outside.
No doubt. And he drains both free throws. So moderately less bad than it could have been. Trojans trailing 5-0. And errant pass tracked down by Bourne. To the free throw line goes Ranson Bourne. He steps back for three, off the mark. Rebound Newton, back to Bourne. He'll take it again and hits. And a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here as Frontenac calls a timeout. Coach Barcelona not happy with the perimeter defense as the Trojans have had, I don't know, about 4 open looks at threes. And fortunately for the Raiders, the Trojans have only hit one.
Yeah, been wide open outside.
Wide open.
Just a matter of sinking the shot.
At the rate they're making them, if you're Frontenac, you just might want to let them take them.
Yeah, it's an interesting strategy by Coach over there. I mean, leaving Blair open on the outside, that way you have an extra defender inside. It's actually pretty smart. He's leaving one of his big guys in Wegner and allowing him to kind of just work that inside defense while leaving a guy wide open outside. It's a risk you take, though, because if there's any sort of switch or anything that happens, you're leaving a guy wide open for three. Trojans need to secure it, though, and make sure they make those opportunities.
Gatewood O'Bray with it, gives it up. Gets it back coming down the lane, and his shot off the glass is good. 3 points for Gatewood O'Bray. Trojans trail it by 4, 7-3. Bourne working against Vinny Collier, gets it over to Adrian Newton. And another lazy pass stolen away. This was Luke Sneed made the steal. Get it into Cam Smith. And that pass tipped. It'll stay with the Trojans. Bourne with it way down low in the trees. Off the glass. He gets it to go. 5 points of Ranson Bourne. He's got all the Trojan points tonight. They trail it by 2. Sneed with it to the elbow. Sneed, formerly of Girard, transferred to Frontenac this summer. So familiar. I mean, these teams are familiar anyway, but that's a little extra familiar. And now Sneed steps back for a 3. On the way is good. Siler Salmon stepped on a wet spot on the floor and slipped. I don't know, maybe dry up that spot over there. No, just leave the wet spot over there. Sneed with it, driving down the lane, off the glass, and good. Into the corner. Blake Brokob just checked in the game for Girard. Now Bourne with it at the wing. He's going to drive into the lane, working against Collier, and he's going to be whistled for a walk. And that'll be the 4th turnover here early in this first quarter against the Trojans. Levi Blair into the game, replacing Siler Salmons. Brogan Smith with it, driving baseline, gives it up, and Houghton open for the layup. And the Trojans trailing by 9. Blair gets it over to Brocobb, now to Cam Smith. They'll swing it around to Bourne into the lane. Scott Moore stepping through, and he's fouled on the shot attempt. And they're going to get this one on Houghton. That'll be his first.
Jaden Houghton, a very clear facilitator in this offense for the Raiders. So even though this is just his first foul, he's got to be careful not to pick up fouls, especially since he's going to be going face-to-face with Moore all night long.
Moore hits his first. First point of the night for Moore. Second one off the back iron. Rebound tracked down by Julius Courtney. Courtney with it. Now back out to Gatewood O'Bray. Tipped out of bounds, intended for Courtney. It'll stay with Frontenac. 2:42 to play first quarter. Trojans trailing by 8. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound, Blair. As Brogan Smith couldn't hit the three. Now Cam Smith with it, driving baseline. His shot too strong. Gatewood O'Bray comes away with it. And Frontenac off and running. And Courtney hits the floor hard, as both Blair and Moore were going for the ball. I think they got Levi Blair with that one. Levi Blair, a little 15-footer won't go. Rebound Scott Moore. His putback no good, and he's fouled. They'll whistle that one on Houghton. And says second. Trojans trailing by 10 with 2:07 to play first quarter.
This is Moore's third trip to the line. He needs to really start honing in on his free throws because they're going to send him a lot.
Well, he's 1 of 5 from the line tonight. Two of 6 now. 2 points for Moore. Trojans cut the lead to 9. Shot on the way from Collier is good for 3.
They're going to be hard-pressed to run a zone defense against this Frontenac team. They are very good shooters from outside.
Too many shooters. Bourne into the lane, kicks back out to Blair, and he's going to be whistled for the charge. Just not sure what he wanted to do with it when he got it. And ends up committing the charge. He'll sit, and Siler Salmon's back into the game for Girard. Rough start for the Trojans tonight as they trail by 12. Minute 37 to play first quarter.
Well, they had a little mistake there. They accidentally gave the foul to Blake Brocobb instead of
confusion between
Blair.
the officials and the scorer table. So now that they'll just inbound from in front of the Trojan bench, get things going again. Now, Courtney gives it up to Smith. Now back to Courtney down the baseline, and he walked with it. Trojan ball, trailing by 12, and now Gatewood O'Bray back into the game along with Jake Wegner, as Houghton and Courtney will sit for Frontenac. Get it down low to Moore, kicks it over to Bourne and gives it back to Moore, and then he's fouled from behind by Gatewood O'Bray. That's his first. Both teams with 5 fouls, so it's going to be free throws for the next 57 seconds. Moore hits the first. Second one rolls off. Moore just 3 of 8 from the line, but he's already shot 8 free throws. Collier got away with a walk and then down off the glass. That was Jake Murphy. Newton in trouble, gives it up to Bourne. I'll swing it around to Brocobb, down low to Scott Moore. Over a double team, can't get it to fall, and the rebound comes down to Wegner. And now Frontenac in business, under 20 seconds. They can hold for last shot in the quarter here, and it looks like that's what Gatewood O'Bray is going to do. Kicks it over to Smith, gets it back. Now Collier with it. And it's poked away, but Gatewood O'Bray gets it back. Running 3 at the buzzer won't go. And that's going to do it after 1. The Raiders lead it by 13. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live. Tries to make something out of nothing. The Trojans all over him. It's going to be a big loss on the play.
A Trojan sack means $1 short stacks at Eastside Cafe. Kick off your day with a hearty breakfast or take that midday break at Eastside Cafe. And this fall, when the Trojans get a sack, you get $1 short stacks the next day. Eastside Cafe, a favorite of the 4 states winner. Go Trojans from Eastside Cafe.
More than just your neighborhood pharmacy, Mathis Drug is your hometown partner in health. With pharmacist Bria Scheibe and an experienced, highly trained staff, Mathis Drug is ready to serve you. And now, Mathis Drug offers comprehensive compounding, which is one of the few pharmacies in Southeast Kansas with this convenient on-site service. From medications to expert advice, call 620-261-9779. Mathis Drugstore, where community and care come together.
Can't coach size, Daryl.
No, you cannot.
That's for true. That's for true.
I love when things are for true.
That's right. 1 quarter in the books. Trojans trail it 21-8 to the Frontenac Raiders. Frontenac will have the ball here to start the second quarter. Houghton gives it to Gatewood O'Bray, guarded by Bourne. Now Smith with it. Back to Houghton. His pass deflected, but it ends up with Collier. Back to Houghton, trying to get into the lane. Almost walked with it. Now back to Collier, poked away, and there's a turnover. Trojans come away with it. And Bourne driving into the lane in traffic, fading away. Shot is up and good. 7 points for Ranson Bourne. And the Trojans trail it by 11.
Trojans are really going to need someone other than Moore and Bourne to create in these next couple of drives.
Yeah, could really use someone to make an outside shot. They get it down low to Wegener, gives it up to Houghton. Nice ball fake, steps away, and the rebound by Brogan Smith over the back of Cam Smith. And Frontenac up by 13. Now a breakaway, no good. Rebound, Scott Moore. Trojans trying to push. And Bourne's shot off the glass, no good. Rebound, Gatewood O'Bray. As he's chased down by Cullen. And they're going to whistle the foul on Cullen, and that's not a good one. That's his third. And that's, Coach Westcott pointing at his head. Not a smart foul by Cullen, and he'll sit.
He's been tasked of guarding O'Bray outside. O'Bray basically running this Raiders offense right now, and with him having to sit for probably the rest of the second quarter, we're going to see a lot of offense open up.
Wegener charging right over Levi Blair, and that's a good job by Blair to stand there and take that. And that's 2 on Wegener, and that'll give it back to the Trojans. Both teams with 4 turnovers here in the first half. Much cleaner than the girls' game was at this point, Darryl. But the Trojans on the negative side of the scoreboard, so I guess you can settle for a sloppier game with.
Hey, I'll take a win any way you can get it.
With the good guys in the lead. Cam Smith with it on the wing, over to Bourne, into the corner to Levi Blair. Long cross-court pass. Smith able to go up and get it. Now in the corner, shot on the way from Siler Salmons, way off the mark, and the ball comes loose. Here comes Wegener, and nobody got set, and he gets fouled going into the lane. Wegener, anytime you have a big man moving like that down the floor, you just step in front of him and take the charge. And no Trojans were able to get in front of him.
Or you make a business decision like Bourne and just try and get out of the way, you know.
I'll take a swipe at him.
I'll stick my hand out, maybe it'll work.
And that foul's on Cam Smith. That's his second. And as Wegener hits the first. Second one off the back iron, rebound Blair. Now Smith bring it up the floor for the Trojans. Into the lane to Scott Moore. Off the glass and good. First field goal of the game for Scott Moore. And the Trojans trim the lead to 12. Houghton with it. Gets it back. Now working against Bourne. A little bit of a height advantage there for Houghton.
Slight.
Now Gatewood O'Bray with it into the corner. And Wegener with it down low, and they're going to get Blair for a reach in, and it was. Levi thought he had a shot at it, and it.
Yeah,
and that's 3 on Blair.
Taking away that one-on-one down low, but got to be smart about how you reach in for it.
Blinks Blake Brocobb back into the game for Girard. So Cullen with 3 and Blair with 3. Cam Smith with 2. The fouls for the Trojans thus far. Gatewood O'Bray, he's like, I might just take this. Now shot on the way from Brogan Smith. Rolls off, rebounds Salmons. And the Trojans coming back the other way. Smith with it. He's cut off. Kicks it over to Ranson Bourne. Brocobb. That pass tipped. And Bourne able to get it back into the lane, and they're going to whistle Bourne with the travel, even though I think it resulted from a hip check. It'll turn it back over to the Raiders. Under 5 to play first half. Trojans trailing by 12. Gatewood O'Bray with it, give it up to Houghton. Back to Gatewood O'Bray. Shot on the way from 3, just off the mark. Rebound Cam Smith. Trojans need some points here offensively to get back into this one. They've gone dry here lately. Smith passed up an open 3 to get it down low to Moore. His shot is good, and the foul. And Houghton will be whistled for that one. And that's 3 on Houghton. Moore with 5 points. And that's Moore's first field goal. Luke Sneed back into the game for Frontenac as Brogan Smith will sit. Moore's free throw. Oh, in and out.
Forgiveness of those rims, you know.
Yeah, 10-point lead. It only works one way, apparently, Darryl.
Makes sense it'd be the guys who shoot on it the most often.
Right, right. Familiarity. And the Raiders really don't have to be in any sort of hurry offensively. As Gatewood O'Bray faked out Siler Salmons and then to the bucket and off the glass. Just 5 points for Gatewood O'Bray, but he really has controlled this game for Frontenac. Salmons off the glass and good. O'Bray with it. Over to the far side to Collier. He'll drive baseline. Shot on the way is good. Timeout on the floor. Coach Barcelona wants 30 seconds. I don't know why, but he does. 3:39 to play first half. Trojans trail it by 12. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Selling equipment can be a hassle, whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire. The time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at BigIronAuctions.com.
Welcome back. Frontenac High School, 3:39 to play first half. Trojans trailing it 28-16 to the home Frontenac Raiders, who just started this game out on a tear. And they just seem to have gotten every bounce when it comes to the rims tonight. The Trojans just having a hard time getting anything going offensively. Scott Moore started to come alive, but Trojans have not been able to hit an outside shot. Brocobb over to Salmons. Back up top to Cam Smith. Back to Brocobb on the wing. The Trojans working around the perimeter, and the Raiders seem perfectly content to let them do so, and they get it into Scott Moore, but it's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Trojans.
Yeah, it's a pretty smart game plan. They know that our strength is definitely inside, and they're willing to give us some of those outside shots. Now, once we start hitting, you'll definitely see them crack down on it, but until we do, they'll give it to us.
Houghton sits, and the inbound pass goes straight to Cam Smith, who puts up a floater in the lane. It's good. First bucket of the night for Cam Smith. Collier with it. Gatewood O'Bray over to Sneed. Now a shot on the way from Collier for three is good. And Siler Salmons needs to get a hand up. That's 8 points for Collier. 6 of them from beyond the arc. Cross-court pass to Smith, down low to Moore. His shot is up and good.
They've got a mismatch with Houghton and Wegner out of the game. You need to go back to him every single time.
Gatewood O'Bray going to pull the trigger on a three. No good. Rebound Salmons, and he'll give it up to Bourne. And Moore is fouled. They're going to whistle that one on Brogan Smith. That'll be his first.
Don't stop. Keep going back to number 40. He's the tallest guy on the floor by almost a head. He's got a mismatch down there on Smith, and he's going to keep drawing fouls on Smith until they stop and sub someone back in.
First free throw is good for Moore.
Now,
Gatewood O'Bray will sit. So
definitely the tallest on the floor with O'Bray going out.
Second shot no good. Rebound Siler Salmons, and he's fouled on the putback. Now Siler will head to the line to shoot two. This is why that girls game took so long, is because all the free throws.
Yeah.
Now here we go.
Hey, as long as Girard's shooting him, I don't mind him.
And it's a good way to get back in the game if you're the Trojans because you can score without the clock moving.
Yeah,
Salmons hits the first. He's got 3.
Houghton has returned to the matchup now, so.
Yeah, enough of that.
Enough of that scoring down low. It's about enough.
Salmons hits them both. 4 points for Siler Salmons. Trojans got the lead 8.
I got to give credit to Siler Salmons. He's been playing out of his mind the last couple of weeks. He's been a great third additional scorer to this team, aside from Bourne and Moore.
Houghton with it, top of the key. Puts it on the floor, dribbles to the elbow, now picks up his dribble.
It's kind of an odd offense set up. I don't know why Houghton's running the point position, but.
Into the lane, back out, shot on the way to Collier, and it's good. That's why. The driving dish from Houghton to Collier.
Collier's on fire.
He's got 11 points, 9 of them from beyond the arc. And the Trojans need to pick up the perimeter D on Houghton. Or I'm sorry, on Collier. There's a 3-point answer by Cam Smith. He's got 5.
Be surprised if you see a Collier heat check right here.
Lead back down to 8. Here's Sneed in the corner. Gives it up to Smith. Back to Sneed. Now Houghton down the lane. And his outlet pass tipped, but Siler Salmons thought somebody was going to be streaking down the floor, but nobody was. And white jerseys ended up with the ball. Bourne guarding Collier, and then they're going to whistle Ransom Bourne with the foul. Yeah?
Yeah, it gets called on Bourne. I was just going to say I thought they maybe be able to get Brocobb there with the reach in, but Bourne picks up his first.
Yeah, I think Bourne got the body and the reach. Right. And an inside pass to Houghton, and nobody bothered to pick him up, and he gets the easy bucket. 4 points for Houghton. It's a lot easier to score inside when nobody's looking at you.
Yeah.
Bourne's shot no good. Rebound comes down to Brogan Smith. Now Houghton with it, handling it down the floor, and he's getting away with some carries there. But
they don't call the carry in modern basketball anymore.
No, they don't do that. 1960s of me.
Yeah, come on, get out of your Bob Cousy era.
Mm-hmm.
This is high school basketball.
I think Cousy carried the heck out of it too on occasion.
Yeah, he was also dealing with the rubber balls. Yeah.
Shooting at a peach basket. And that was a heat check for Vinny Collier. Did not go, and that's going to do it for the first half. Trojans trailing it by 10, 36-26. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the GM Bank halftime show. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
When it comes to your health care, you have a choice. Choose to stay local. Choose Girard Medical Center. For over 100 years, Girard Medical Center has been a part of the community, and they work every day to meet the healthcare needs of those they serve. With 6 locations in southeast Kansas and an ever-expanding list of inpatient and outpatient services, you just don't have to travel anymore to get quality cutting-edge care, including many services you won't find elsewhere. Proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area. Learn more at GirardMedicalCenter.com. Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Welcome back to Frontenac High School. We're at halftime of the boys matchup. Trojans trailing it by 10 at the break, 36-26 to the Frontenac Raiders. But that sounds bad, Daryl. But they were down 21-8 at the end of the first quarter, so they actually outscored the Raiders in that second quarter by just a smidge. But still quite a hole to dig out of coming into that second half. And for the Trojans, they were finally able to get some outside shots to fall a little bit in that second quarter, and that might have been a little bit of the difference. But Scott Moore really got it going inside.
Yeah, I think that slight little period where Houghton wasn't in the game was huge for the Trojans, and I doubt we see another coaching decision like that in the entirety of the rest of this half.
Yeah, that didn't last very long at all.
It will not last very long in that second half, but that was a great opportunity, and the Trojans did what they needed to. They executed off of it, and they built off of it as well. Now, I'd like to see a few more Trojans score. Currently, I think it's only 4 Trojans have scored: Cam Smith, Scott Moore, Ranson Bourne, and also Siler Salmons. Now, those 4 are 4 of our main scorers, but I'd like to see that ball get spread around and a few more people have the confidence to take it to the bucket.
Yeah, and Ben Cullen, as pesky a defender as he is, he got in foul trouble early, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of factor he is in the second half.
Absolutely. He needs to stay out of foul trouble for that second half. Don't pick up any more.
That Eye on the Game brought to you by Kanar Eye Care as we take a look back at the first half. Kanar Eye Care is here to make sure you can see what you're looking at. Kanar Eye Care, with locations in Pittsburgh and Girard, is here to help their valued customers. Learn more at CanarEyeCare.com. So you may have guessed it, but this is the GN Bank Halftime Show, brought to you by GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at GN-Bank.com. Well, we're running out of time here, Daryl. We better get to the halftime stats, brought to you by B&B Excavating. The numbers don't lie. Dirt's heavy, so trust the guys at B&B Excavating to move what needs moving. Specializing in septic systems, water line install and repair, driveways, rock hauling, and leveling. Call B&B Excavating at 620-724-2735. First, for the host Frontenac Raiders, they're led in scoring by Vinny Collier. He's got 11 points, 9 of those from beyond the arc. And then it's really spread out across the roster as Caden Gatewood-O'Bray, Jake Wegener, and Luke Sneed each have 5 points. Jaden Houghton with 4. Jake Murphy and Brogan Smith with 2. And Julius Courtney with 1 to round out the scoring for Frontenac. For the Trojans, they're led in scoring by Scott Moore. He's got 8. Ranson Bourne has 7, Cam Smith with 5, and Siler Salmons with 4 to round out the scoring for Girard. We'll step away with a quick break as Daryl is entertained by the halftime three-point shooting contest.
Benzo and Dubrava went at it. It was great.
And we'll be back. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
a partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
Tries to make something out of nothing. The Trojans all over him. It's going to be a big loss on the play.
A Trojan sack means $1 short stacks at Eastside Cafe. Kick off your day with a hearty breakfast or take that midday break at Eastside Cafe. And this fall, when the Trojans get a sack, you get $1 short stacks the next day. Eastside Cafe, a favorite of the Four States winner. Go Trojans from Eastside Cafe.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Frontenac High School. Halftime just ended. Trojans trail it 26-36 at the break. They'll have the ball to start the third quarter. And, yeah, ready to roll.
Yeah, perfect timing, honestly.
Yeah. I love it when a plan comes together. Bourne will have it across the timeline. Trojans a little bit more motion in this offense here to start the third quarter as they get it to Ben Cullen streaking down the lane. His shot way off the mark. Rebound tracked down by Wegner, who got in a little bit of, well, I guess it was Houghton who had 3 fouls. Wegner only with 2. Brogan Smith with it down low. His shot good, up and off the glass. Over a streaking Scott Moore, trying to swat it away. Smith with 4. Raiders by 12. Ransom Bourne down the lane, shooting over a much taller defender, gets his own rebound. Put back no good, gets another rebound. Kicks it out to Cam Smith, who drives down the lane, steps through. Lots of contact, and it's going to be out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by the Raiders as Smith picks himself up off the floor. Girard crowd wanted to foul. Raider crowd seemed content. That one tipped away and stolen for momentarily by Vinny Collier, but the Trojans get it back. Bourne with it down the lane, no good off the back iron, rebounded by Scott Moore. His turnaround is good. 10 points for Moore, and the Trojans cut the lead back down to 10. need to get a stop defensively here. It's Collier with it. Now back to Gatewood O'Bray. And back to Collier, and he walked with it. And he does that about every time he has it. That little first step.
Yeah, and something that a lot of the fans don't see and people watching definitely don't see is that at halftime, some coaches will go up and talk to referees and say, hey, I've been seeing this all game. I know you've missed it, but watch for this and you'll see it too. And that could be something Westcott has talked to the judges about is, hey, that first step is always a little shaky.
Well, he got the rose on that one. If we keep using our reality TV show references. And there's a foul. I'll whistle that one against Vinny Collier. That's his first. Moore gets the inbound pass from Levi Blair, gives it up to Ranson Bourne, who drives down the lane. Now he's cut off, kicks it over to Levi Blair. He's left open for three, but Moore was defending him better than anybody on Frontenac's roster. And Cam Smith hits a deep three-pointer.
And that's huge.
He's got 8, and the Trojans cut the lead to 7.
Moore definitely not used to playing that outer perimeter style of offense. That's kind of the second time he's slightly defended a Trojan player, but Cam Smith, not being defended by Moore, knocks down the nice bucket.
Wagner can't get it to go. The rebound, Moore over the top of Wagner. Now here comes Ranson Bourne being guarded by Collier. He'll give it up to Moore outside. Now Cam Smith back in the lane to Moore, spinning. Shot on the way, no good, but he's fouled by Houghton. That's 4 on Houghton. And Houghton, talking to the official, needs to be careful. First shot is good for Moore. Moore's got 11. And make that 12, cuts the Raider lead to 6. 5.5 to play third quarter. Gatewood O'Bray with it. Cullen guarding him. Shot on the way, no good by Brogan Smith. Rebounded by Cam Smith. And here come the Trojans over the top to Blair into the lane. His shot blocked. It ends up in the hands of Houghton. Just a little too deep under the bucket amongst the trees that time for Levi Blair. Has his shot blocked. This is Collier into the lane, up and under, and he's going to be fouled before the shot. Siler Salmons into the game, replacing Levi Blair. That one foul was called on Ransom Bourne. Pass deflected, it'll stay with Frontenac. 4:56 to play third quarter. Trojans have cut the lead to 5. And there's a walk called on Houghton. I have that as a 6th turnover of the night against Frontenac. Unofficially, allegedly.
It's in your books.
Luke Sneed into the game, replacing Houghton. Ranson Bourne with it. Up top, Cam Smith. Now Cullen with it. Tries to get it into the lane to Scott Moore. He can't handle the pass from Cullen. Just had a little too much on it. And then there's a foul in the open floor, and they're going to call that one on Scott Moore. That's his first. And although that's just his first, Moore needs to be careful not to go on a fouling spree here and get in trouble. Collier with it, driving around Bourne, and he's going to be fouled by Ranson Bourne. And Collier will head to the line. Just that got beat on the first step. And that's 3 on Bourne. Collier hit the first and drains them both. Cullen gives it up to Cam Smith, way up top. Working around to Siler Salmons, now in the corner to Cullen, back up top to Smith. Looking down low for more. Now he kicks it over to Bourne. Drives down the lane, a lot of contact, and Bourne gets it to fall. 9 points for Bourne. Lead back down to 5, 4 minutes to play third quarter. Houghton handling up the floor, into the lane. Now out. Shot on the way from Collier is good for 3. And I think maybe you need a taller guy on Collier.
Yeah, Bourne immediately looked over to Westcott and just gave a little shrug, and Westcott gave him one back. There's not much you can do when a shooter's on fire and he's hitting those from outside.
Right. Smith gets it into Moore, middle of the lane, up top to Bourne. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Lots of white jerseys there, and it saved inbounds to Brogan Smith. And now Gatewood O'Bray with it. Got some momentum coming up the floor now. He'll back it out and set up the half. No, yeah, kicks it over to Smith.
He wanted to.
Thought he was going to pull the trigger on that one. Houghton working against Moore, has it poked away by Siler Salmons. And that was good by Salmons to poke that away before Houghton could go to work and try and get Moore to foul. Get it into Gatewood O'Bray, into the corner to Collier, working against Cam Smith, and that's a little harder guy to get a shot up over, but he's going to try it. Off the mark, rebound straight into the hands of Brogan Smith, and his putback is good over Ben Cullen. And that kind of game for the Trojans, the ball's just bounced right into the Raiders' hands. That lead back up to 10 now. Trojans had it cut down to 5, and Frontenac has responded. Cam Smith's three-pointer no good, rebounded by Gatewood O'Bray. Now he's off and running. Step through, off the glass, and good, and the foul on Cam Smith. That's 3 on Smith. 7 points tonight for O'Bray, trying to get 3 the hard way right here. Brocobb into the game, replacing Cullen, who's had a rough night. And now Adrian Newton into the game, replacing Cam Smith. And it's going to be a little bit harder for the Trojans, I think, to find some offense here. Newton with it now across the timeline, gets it ahead to Blake Brocobb. Now Salmon's in the lane, shot on the way, short of the mark. Rebound comes down to Collier, and he's going to handle it out of traffic. Down the lane, too short, rebounded by Salmons. And now they'll give it back to Bourne, who will handle it up the floor. Working against Courtney, and he's whistled for a reach-in foul after several tries. 2:09 to play third quarter. Trojans trail by 12. Had it cut as low as 5, and it really seemed like Girard had something going, and then Vinny Collier started hitting outside shots.
Hasn't that been the story?
Moore in the lane, turnaround no good. Rebound tipped around, and Luke Sneed's going to come away with a loose ball for Frontenac. Gatewood O'Bray with it. Out front, setting up the half court. Frontenac doesn't have to hurry. 1:52 to play third quarter. Courtney now shot on the way from Wegner. Won't go into the lane, out of control, and he's fouled. Falling down, scoop shooting under the bucket.
I think the story of this game has been rebounds. Trojans can't buy a defensive or offensive rebound, and that's led to plenty of second chance points. And then,
I don't know.
Also the fact that Collier has put it in the hole about
that
however many times he wants.
Basket looks about the size of a hula hoop for Collier tonight.
And then on the opposite side, hasn't really been the same story.
No. The Trojans have had their problems all season long hitting outside shots, and it really came home to roost tonight. Newton.
Kim has hit a few from outside, but other than that, it's been real dry.
That one's stolen away. Here comes Courtney down the floor. Off the glass, no good. But right there for the rebound is Vinny Collier.
How about that?
And the Trojans don't box him out. There's two red jerseys or crimson jerseys there and can't get it. Can't come away with the rebound, as you were saying, Daryl.
More and more second chance points.
More off the glass, no good. Rebound, Collier. I want to know how many rebounds Collier has tonight. Brogan Smith.
Use him for our double stack?
And I think probably not. It has to be a Trojan player. And I think Moore is going to get called for the foul here. We'll see. There's been no indication. Now here we go. Is it me or did they call that foul? Okay, yeah, it was on Brogan Smith for Frontenac. I thought it was against Girard. I'm like, there's nobody in a zero. Rocobb now ends up with Newton. His shot is up and good. Adrian Newton's first bucket tonight. Cam Smith working against Collier. Now it ends up with Courtney. Back to Collier. Now Wegener with it. We'll give it up.
They want this isolation play right here.
Back to Murphy in the corner to Wegener. Back up top to Collier. Over to Smith, working against Siler Sammons. Back to Collier. Into the lane to Wegener. Shot blocked. And I think they're going to call the foul on Scott Moore, even though Newton got it cleanly from behind. Nope, they're going to call the foul on Newton, which is ridiculous because I'm pretty sure he got it cleanly. And that's the first on Newton, and it'll send Wegener to the line to shoot a pair. Every time the Trojans try to close the gap, the Raiders have an answer. And now the lead is up to 13, which matches the lead at the end of the first quarter.
Brogan Smith right there.
Right into his hands.
Put back to end the quarter.
Well, after three, Trojans trail it by a lot. 52-37. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the fourth quarter. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
When it comes to your health care, you have a choice. Choose to stay local. Choose Girard Medical Center. For over 100 years, Girard Medical Center has been a part of the community, and they work every day to meet the healthcare needs of those they serve. With 6 locations in Southeast Kansas and an ever-expanding list of inpatient and outpatient services, you just don't have to travel anymore to get quality cutting-edge care, including many services you won't find elsewhere. Proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area. Learn more at GirardMedicalCenter.com.
Welcome back to Frontenac High School. 1 quarter left to play. Trojans trailing by 15. Largest deficit of the night. to the Frontenac Raiders, and they had this lead cut down to 5 at one point in that third quarter, and it just got away from them again. And there's another whistle, a timeout. Coach Barcelona wants to talk it over, and 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Not much to say other than pretty much darn near everything has gone the Raiders' way tonight, and the Trojans just haven't had much of an answer.
Yeah, it's about all there is to say. I mean, the exit of Ben Colin has allowed a lot of offense for the Raiders.
Yeah.
It's, I mean,
a lot of unmolested offense to occur on the on the Frontenac end of the floor.
Yeah.
And Colin's back into the game, but I don't know if he's feeling great tonight because Coach Westcott had to skip a trash can down to him down there on the bench. So that might explain something, but Ben just has been not quite himself tonight. Houghton going to work on Scott Moore. That shot surprisingly doesn't fall. And Levi Blair comes away with the rebound for the Trojans. Cam Smith handling up the floor for Girard. Get it to Ben Cullen, top of the key, down the lane, and the touch shot won't go. And backboard, the backboard. And Collier leaves, gets a step around Cam Smith, can't get the shot to fall. Cullen with the rebound. And Blair gets it on the offensive end, gives it back to Cam Smith, drives in the lane. And they're just leaving Levi Blair out there at that three-point line, knowing that he's not going to shoot it. And Ransom Bourne gets one to fall in the lane. 11 points tonight for Bourne. Collier with it, working against Smith. Kicks it down low for Houghton, who's too deep. Now he kicks it back out to Collier, open for three. Doesn't go as the entire Frontenac bench was up waiting for it to go. Cullen with the rebound, and they're going to get Gatewood O'Bray over his back. And that'll be 2 on Caden Gatewood O'Bray. Trojans with it now on the offensive end. Blair with it, top of the key, gives it up to Cam Smith on the wing. Now Blair with it on the right wing. Smith, top of the key, drives into the lane, elevates, shot on the way, off the back iron, no good. Rebound Gatewood O'Bray. Long outlet pass to Collier, free throw line, tries to get it to Wegner, and that pass picked off by Cam Smith. And Scott Moore had it. Now they're working it around the perimeter. Moore has it now on the free throw line, working into Wegner. Shot off the glass is good. And another timeout. Full timeout, we'll take it as well. Trojans trailing by 11. You're watching Girard basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Since 1918, GN Bank has been the heart of our community. Big enough to meet all your banking needs, but small enough to offer that personal touch you deserve. From agricultural loans to home mortgages, GN Bank has the expertise, products, and service to help you thrive. With a pledge to treat others ethically, be adaptable, focus on customers, and invest in the communities they serve, GN Bank is committed to your success. The best place to bank and borrow, GN Bank, where community banking truly comes first. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
.552 to play. Trojans trailing by 11 to the Frontenac Raiders. Vinny Collier with 18 points tonight for the Raiders. Scott Moore with 16 for the Trojans, and Ransom Bourne with 11. But you got a couple players with 8, Wegner with 5, and the Trojans don't have much scoring other than just Bourne and Moore. As they get it down low to Houghton, back out to Collier, thought about a 3.
I wouldn't have been
now
surprised.
He'll swing it. Smith gets it back to Houghton. Gatewood O'Bray thought about it. Now Collier will take it. Off the back iron, the putback no good. Trojans can't track down the rebound. Finally, Ransom Bourne comes away with it out of the crowd. And he handles it up the floor for Girard as they set up in the half court. They get it to Levi Blair. Now Salmons with it, back to Bourne. Bourne kicks it over to Scott Moore on the wing, back over to Levi Blair. He'll take the three. And nothing but nothing. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be Trojan or Raider ball. Cam Smith up off the bench, getting ready to check into the game for Girard. As Brogan Smith with it on the wing, gets it down low to Wegner, working into Levi Blair. His shot no good, rebound Moore. And he gives it up to Cullen. Long outlet pass ahead to Siler Salmons, under the bucket to Blair. His shot off the glass is good. First bucket of the night for Levi Blair. And the Trojans cut the lead to 9. 4.5 to play. A lot of time left for the Trojans, trailing by single digits. They could put something together here down the stretch, but they got to get some stops. Got one last time down the floor, but you also got to force Frontenac to take a shot or turn them over. And right now, the Raiders content to just pass it around and burn some clock. Collier with it. Trying to get it down to Wegner. It's kicked out of bounds by Blair, and it'll stay with Frontenac. And now Smith into the game, replacing Levi Blair. Sneed into the game, replacing Wegner. Collier with it, top of the key. Houghton out to Gatewood O'Brave, drives baseline, now dishes to Houghton, and able to get it up off the glass as he got Moore up off his feet. First basket of the second half for Houghton. Cullen with it, down low, off the glass and good. That's Cullen's first bucket of the night. Lead down to 9, but the Trojans got to get a stop. Time ticking away as we're under 3 minutes to play. Gatewood O'Bray thought about an open three, gives it up to Houghton on the near side. Now back to Collier. Working into Moore, back over to Houghton. Frontenac just stalling it out now, trying to take the air out of the ball.
Gonna have to force something here.
Yeah, you can't just stand back and watch him dribble. That was a travel. All right, there we go. Gatewood O'Bray just had his passing lane cut off and stepped through and forced to take that extra step. So the Trojans turn him over. And now you got to come away with points if you're Girard to keep this thing interesting. Bourne with it, dribbling around down the lane, off the glass, no good, but he's fouled. And so Ransom Bourne will head to the line, stops the clock with 2:05 to play. And they got Houghton with that one. That should be his 5th. Okay, they have it as his 4th. Maybe I gave him someone else's foul earlier. Bourne hits the first. Perrin Stevens into the game for the Trojans. Second shot no good for Bourne. Tips it away, gets his own rebound. Has it stolen away by Gatewood O'Bray. And now it's dribbling past time if you're Frontenac. Don't need to take a shot. Don't need to really do much of anything. Perrin, Stevens, Garden, Collier, and Coach Westcott wanting him to be more aggressive on the defensive end as Houghton drives to the bucket, pass Moore, and gets the bucket to fall. And if you're the Trojans at this point, you just don't want anybody to get hurt here, as you saw Scott Moore take a fall there. Trojans turn it over again, and now Frontenac, if you're Frontenac, you want this possession to take about 30 seconds.
Or maybe a minute 14.
Yeah, at least 30 seconds, though. And Collier backs it out. Dribbling around, being guarded by Stevens, and finally Perrin fouls him. Brocobb set to check into the game, along with Harrison Burke. Frontenac's going to take a timeout. It's a full one. We'll take it as well. Trojans trailing by 10, a minute 5 to play. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Well, Daryl, that upbeat bumpers got me feeling way better.
I feel upbeat.
Break.
Well,
first I was sad, now I'm
upbeat.
Now I'm upbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I will say there's one thing to be upbeat about, and that's that you have a minute and 5 to decide how you're going to play the rest of this game. Either you're going to be down. Now, of course, most of the starters have left the floor besides Cam Smith.
We've kind of made that roster decision.
I mean, we made the roster decision, but what I'm saying is you've still got games in the future. You got a game against this team in the future. So
yep. This Collier guarded by Perrin Stevens, swiping at the ball. Now they're going to trap Gatewood O'Bray as Levi Blair fouls him, stops the clock with 53.1. And it was out in the open, so it's just going to result in an inbound play. And now Sammons and Smith will sit.
Frontenac keeping all their starters on the floor.
Yep. Ball poked away from Collier by Stevens. Gets it back off the glass. Can't get it to fall. And then Harrison Burke gets a rebound. He's fouled from behind. And they're going to whistle that one on Snead.
Maybe we should have had Stevens guarding him all night. Got the better of him there. No one else has been able to stop Collier.
Get this one into Seth Wilson. And shot no good. Rebound with Gatewood O'Bray. Over to Collier as we're under 25 seconds to play. Houghton guarded by Brocobb. Blake's just probably not going to foul Jaden at this point.
That'll be all she wrote.
And that'll do it. Trojans fall by 10 to the Frontenac Raiders. And Raiders improve to 3-4 on the season. Trojans fall to 3-5. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the Eastside Cafe postgame show. Get a chance to talk to Coach Westcott. Look forward to that Burlington tournament coming up next week and get you your final stats from this one. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
When it comes to your health care, you have a choice. Choose to stay local. Choose Girard Medical Center. For over 100 years, Girard Medical Center has been a part of the community, and they work every day to meet the health care needs of those they serve. With 6 locations in southeast Kansas and an ever-expanding list of inpatient and outpatient services, you just don't have to travel anymore to get quality cutting-edge care, including many services you won't find elsewhere. Proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area. Learn more at girardmedicalcenter.com. Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
More than just your neighborhood pharmacy, Mathis Drug is your hometown partner in health. With pharmacist Bria Scheibe and an experienced, highly trained staff, Mathis Drug is ready to serve you. And now, Mathis Drug offers comprehensive compounding, which is one of the few pharmacies in southeast Kansas with this convenient on-site service. From medications to expert advice, call 620-261-9779. Mathis Drugstore, where community and care come together.
Tries to make something out of nothing. The Trojans all over him. It's going to be a big loss on the play.
A Trojan sack means $1 short stacks at Eastside Cafe. Kick off your day with a hearty breakfast or take that midday break at Eastside Cafe. And this fall, when the Trojans get a sack, you get $1 short stacks the next day. Eastside Cafe, a favorite of the 4 states winner. Go Trojans from Eastside Cafe.
Why settle for less than the best? Croc-Can's gigabit fiber optic internet is now available to Pittsburgh, Frontenac, and Fort Scott, and many rural areas in between. Croc-Can has the best speeds, the best reliability, the best service, the best support, and is overall the best value on all ultra-high-speed internet. If you want the best home internet connecting as many devices, all without equipment rentals, contracts, or overages, it is the time to switch to the best. It's time to switch to Croc-Can.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Judd, Lori, Lisa, or Amber in Girard for all your insurance needs.
Well, Trojans dropped this one by quite a bit to the Frontenac Raiders here tonight. Trojans fall to 3-5 on the season. Frontenac improves to 3-4 after the loss. And Trojans back in action next week, Tuesday night at the Burlington tournament up in Coffee County. Girls tip off at 3:30 in the afternoon, so put that on your calendar.
Right.
And good day to call in to work so you can watch some Trojan girls basketball in the afternoon, or at least play sick after lunch. And then the boys tip off
I'll be doing.
After 8 o'clock, so there's like a 5-hour layover in Burlington. I think my wife Jenny and I are going to be there, and we're going to take in all the sites. And might go to the resale shop. Might hang out at Sonic. You know, you could see us in lots of different places there in Burlington.
See the power plant.
Yeah, we could. I don't know if they do guided tours of the nuclear power plant.
You just gotta, no guided tours.
No guided, just break it, bust in,
yeah,
slide in.
Exactly.
Somebody has a really good printer. We can forge us a security badge, and we get in there. But the Trojans in action Tuesday night. Girls take on Sabetha. They are 0-7 this season, and again, that one tips off at 3:30. The boys take on the host school, Burlington, and they are 5-1. So Trojans got to flush this one tonight, get back to work, and get ready for what is likely to be a pretty tough Burlington squad there in their own gym.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get any easier from here if you're Girard. And then you got, I think, Colgan coming up the following week. So it's just a real tough run here for the Trojans, but we'll find out what these guys are made of as we get ready to head into sub-state. So we heard Coach Herlocker talk about it a little bit after the girls' game. And so you're going to find out a lot about these two teams here coming up over the next couple of weeks. The Trojan girls won tonight. They improved to 8-0 on the season. Frontenac falls to 2-4. That's the good news, silver lining. But the boys do fall tonight to Frontenac 54-46. Or I'm sorry, 56-46 by 10 to Frontenac tonight. And got some things to correct, some things to work on as they get set for that Burlington tournament next week. And we do want to let you know this is the Eastside Cafe post-game show brought to you by Eastside Cafe, serving the best breakfast in Crawford County 6 days a week at 120 South Ozark Street in Girard. Proud supporters of Trojan Athletics. And we're going to have Coach Westcott likely up here after a bit, but this seems like a good time to take our first break. And we'll be back. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Welcome back to the Eastside Cafe postgame show. It's a rough night for me tonight. here in Frontenac. And right now we're joined by Trojan head coach Rod Westcott. Coached a game where your team just started out in a hole from the start, just didn't get out of the gate very quick, and got it down to 5 at one point. And Frontenac just able to answer back. They got some really timely outside shooting by Vinny Collier, and a rough night tonight, but it really doesn't get any easier as you guys head up to Burlington and are going to take on a one-loss Burlington team next Tuesday.
Yeah, it's a tough tournament next week, but we, like you said, we got off to a terrible start tonight. I was very disappointed with our defensive effort in the first half. We can't give up 30-some points in a half and expect to come out on top. We just don't have the firepower right now to be putting up 70 points a game against somebody that's going to defend hard. So they got after us. You got to give them some credit in that first half. Kind of had their way with us and did what they wanted to. We discussed that a little bit at halftime, and I thought our kids responded. We come out and we cut it to 5 there. Third quarter, midway through the third or so. I don't know how much time was left. Probably should have got a timeout. We got a little winded there, but we didn't, and then they made a little run, and we did answer. We kept fighting, but we lost the game in the first half, and you got to give them some credit for that because they got after us pretty good.
Well, they usually come out pretty emotional and fired up, especially in their own house in this rivalry, and you guys are going to see them again this year, but I guess you got to look forward, and it's a quick turnaround because it's Friday night, and you're back in action Tuesday on the road in Burlington. So what are you going to get you guys to work on between now and then, and what are you hoping to see on the road?
We're going to try to get our legs under us and get healthy. That's probably the main thing right now is we're healthy and ready to go and can play hard for 4 quarters. I thought we got a little winded there in the fourth today, but we're trying to dig ourselves out of holes, so that was part of it. But, we'll get in the gym and we'll watch some film this weekend, get in the gym and get back to work. We're going to keep plugging along and keep trying to get better. We got 4 seniors, but we got a lot of other guys out there that are contributing, and we're playing to win each and every night, but at the same time we got to get better and not be happy, obviously, with where we are.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for coming up here and talking to us tonight. And a tough loss, but right back at it next week, and we'll see you in Burlington.
Are you guys coming up?
Oh yeah,
no, we
wouldn't miss it for the world.
Got the late one. Tuesday night, 8:15.
So get the layover in Burlington so we can get out and experience the community.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Thanks, guys.
That's head coach Rod Westcott of Girard Trojans. They fall tonight, 56-46 to the Frontenac Raiders, and back in action, like I said, Tuesday night. Girls tip at 3:30, and then the boys tip at 8:15. And we'll have both of those games for you here on Girard Sports Live. Our post-game coach interview brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. We'll take a quick break. Oh, no, we're done with
good,
breaks.
Man.
Well,
we're
then let's just put a bow on this one, Daryl.
Yeah.
For Daryl McLeod, I'm Josh Lettner saying thanks for joining us. You've been watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Thanks for watching. From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live